Yes, Chelsea fans, how you doing? How are you all? Hopefully you're all good. You're all good. Ready for another game. I'm rushed. I'm really rushed tonight. Apologies. Let me turn that sound off. Let's get this game up and on screen.
When Brentford kicked off last season here with a win over Arsenal under lights, and it has become a favourite for anyone who comes here regularly. It is a wonderful atmosphere, and they really know how to crank it up.
It's been a nightmare. So the players are in the tunnel. Chelsea team looks great, to be fair. Looks really, really good. Paul and Jane, how are you? As usual, it's members chat. You need to be a channel member to get involved in the chat. It's only £1 a month. Let's get involved. As the teams come out, as Pulisic leads the team out, Cucurella's in, Kepa's in, Conor Gallagher starts, Koulibaly starts, Jorginho starts. A lot of changes from the Villa game. Good to see. And Armando Broja gets a go. He gets a start. Broja. So Kai Havertz starts, Loftus-Cheek, Mason Mount, Chalobah, Broja, Jorginho, Koulibaly, Gallagher, Cucurella, Kepa and Azpilicueta. It's a subscribers only mode. In fact, it's not channel members only. Apologies. How are you all doing? Hopefully you are all good. Every single one of you. Hopefully you are fantastic. So Brentford's team, in goal is Raya in goal. 3-5-2 formation for Brentford. Efren Pinnock, Zanka and Ben Mee. The ex-Burnley player, Ben Mee. Got Roslev, Onyeka, Janelt, Jensen and Rico Henry. They're 5 across the midfield. And up front, Mbeumo, outstanding player, and Ivan Toney, who's doing really well so far this season, scoring plenty of goals. Welcome all. Welcome all my subscribers. Welcome along. Get involved. 3-5-2 from Brentford. Difficult game. We owe this lot for last season for what they did to us at Stamford Bridge. Let's hope we can deliver. Plenty of changes. 5 changes for Chelsea from the Villa game. Good to see that Tuchel. He left the club, didn't he? Good to see. Look, good to see Graham Potter. Graham Potter's involved. So Kepa is in goal. Outstanding Kepa from the other day. Back 3. Chalobah, Koulibaly, Cucurella. Chalobah on the right, Koulibaly in the middle, Cucurella on the left-hand side. Deary me, I know. Deary me. Loftus-Cheek, Conor Gallagher, Jorginho and Azpilicueta through our midfield. The midfield 4. Up front, changes are afoot. Armando Broja leads the line with Kai Havertz and Mason Mount in behind him. On the bench, Mendy, Silva, Kovacic, Aubameyang, Pulisic, Sterling, Zakaria, bless him, Ziyech and Chukwuemeka. Plenty of options for Chelsea tonight. Let's make sure we keep this unbeaten run going. Loftus-Cheek operating as the right wing back again. Azpilicueta has been advertised as the left wing back. We shall see. It's got options to change, though. That's the thing. It can change it to a back 4, stick Cucurella left back, Azpi right back, and play the 2 defensive Chalobah and Koulibaly as centre-backs. Welcome along, everyone. Thank you for joining. We're going to get ourselves underway. Our scoreboard looks outstanding again. This is the best I can come up with in the short period of time. Let's just say that. So let's get over here. Let's get the scoreboard over here. Just to make sure we can get everything going. No dramas whatsoever. So, Chelsea about to kick off, and we do. Mason Mount gets the game underway. Straight back to Koulibaly, who launched it out to the left-hand side. As per watching it on TV, Chelsea kicking from right to left. And if you don't know, Brentford are kicking from left to right. Just in case you didn't know there. So, come on, Chelsea. Brentford throwing halfway inside their own half. Up to Tony. Cucurella steps in, beats him. Mount, Havertz, Jorginho. Nice controlled possession. Making Brentford chase early. Aspie's the right wing back, as we've mentioned. In fact, there is a change. It's Azpilicueta playing the right wing back. Koulibaly's playing through the middle. And Cucurella on the left-hand side. Oh, I said that? No, Chalobah playing on the left-hand side. Cucurella's playing the wing-back position. Chelsea knock the ball forward and give it away. Brentford knock it forward and Cucurella's done well to beat Mbeumo to the ball. Player's gone down. Referee said play on and Koulibaly goes back to Kepa. Takes a touch. And nice and calmly, in between the two Brentford pressing strikers, finds Jorginho, comes away with the ball, all the way up to the halfway line. Brentford are backing off and backing off. He's 10, 15 yards inside their half and flicks it to his right-hand side. Out to Gallagher. On the byline is Loftus-Cheek. Back inside Jorginho. Plays it forward to Gallagher. Back to goal. 25 yards out. Flicks it looking for Loftus-Cheek. Brentford come across in the cover and clear it up to halfway. As Pete said to Koulibaly, after me. Back to Chalobah. Is Chalobah playing through the middle? Koulibaly's playing left-hand side and Aspie's on the right. Raking past from Koulibaly to Azpilicueta on halfway. Up the line. Looking for a ball inside to Broja's run, but it's too short. Brentford collect it inside their own half. And a 1-2 with Henry. Up the line, Rico Henry. Jorginho goes across and gives up because he just goes past him like he's standing still. Cross comes in edge of the box. Tony takes a touch. It's a heavy touch. Kepa comes out to meet him and delays the challenge. They square the ball across the 6-yard box. We get it away with Cucurella. Dangerous, dangerous times for Chelsea. Really dangerous, I have to say. Chelsea sort of got caught there. What are they given? Are they given offside or something? So they played the ball up the line. Jorginho sort of gave up. They played it towards the back of the penalty box and Tony took a touch away from Azpilicueta. And then Kepa come out. It looked like he was going to dive at his feet and he hesitated, Kepa, which was good because it forced Tony wider. And then Tony obviously had to lay it off and the cross was then blocked and hit away. But Brentford got themselves a free kick. Halfway inside of our half. I'd say probably it's to the right-hand side of centre. Chelsea holding the line 5 yards outside the penalty box. One on, one off. Chelsea, everyone behind the ball. Cross comes wide to the byline. Unmarked is Henry. Takes the ball down. Kai Havertz goes out to meet him. The ball goes back again. Conor Gallagher goes out to challenge the crosser, and he does well to deflect it away. And Gallagher and Havertz try and play a 1-2 away, give it away. Brentford knock it forward towards our corner flag. Loftus-Cheek mops up with Gallagher, and Azpilicueta clears the ball away halfway. Brentford's defender with a real poor touch, and Broja's done them fantastically well in amongst two Brentford defenders, try and win it off him, but then unfortunately gives it away. Brentford mop up, collect on halfway. Bottom of the centre circle, Brentford with possession, Ben Mee. Shut down by Broja, goes to his left-hand side. 10 yards inside their own half, Brentford, left wing. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Mbeumo. Chalobah's gone with him, blocking him off. Ball goes out of play, well done Chalobah. It's gone out of play for Chelsea goal kick. A frenetic opening in the first 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 40 seconds. I can't even get my timings right here. I'm so flustered trying to get into it and get this commentary doing. Get started. It's been horrendous, I have to say. Hopefully you're all well. Welcome along. If I haven't said your name, I apologise. I'm straight into the chat and straight into the game, so apologies. Kepa takes the goal kick short to his left to Koulibaly. Corner 6-yard box. Gives it back to Kepa. Shut down. Oh, he just about gets it away. Brentford pressing them. Chelsea trying to get the ball away. Jorginho's been fouled and he got away with it, I have to say. They play it back to Kepa, who's so sort of just chilled and just laid back. He's got Tony all literally after him. Jorginho's gone down. Anyway, free kick to Chelsea. Played high up to Broja, unlucky. He's found some space left-hand side of their defence and the ball hits him in the back and goes. And we get the ball away. They give it straight to Cucurella, halfway inside their half. Gallagher's asking for it square. Delayed the pass. Brentford got back in and basically stepped in and saw it back to the goalkeeper, Raya. If he passed it first time, Gallagher was in. He was goal side of the defender, edge of the box. Keeper rolls it out. Left side is centre back. Halfway inside his half, launches it high into our box. Brentford don't even chase it. Loftus-Cheek's got time, but he decides to head it back first time to Kepa. Takes a touch to his left-hand side and moves the ball across towards the penalty spot. Graham Potter's already chatting away to Broja. He's asked him to come this way towards the benches to Chelsea's sort of left side of our attack, where Kepa's going to direct the ball now, and he does. Broja's over there. Broja up against the defender, doesn't win it, but Mason Mount's going to collect second ball, and he does. He finds Kai Havertz. Square of him's Gallagher. On the overlap is Loftus-Cheek. Corner box. Back to Gallagher. Cross comes in towards the back post. Too high. The goalkeeper is easy just to collect it. Mason Mount was challenging but got blocked off. The cross was too high. Chelsea needed to cross it first time with Loftus-Cheek, but a poor first touch from him. In fact, I actually have to defend him there. The pass was behind him. He had to stop his run. Anyway, Raya takes a long clearance up to halfway. Koulibaly, free header. Chalobah instead. Well played, Chalobah. Gallagher mops up. Loftus-Cheek back to Aspi being shut down. He goes back to Kepa. Kepa back to Aspi, nice and simple. Chalobah's a square pass. Chelsea do well with Mbeumo and Tony pressing. Then Gallagher gives it away on side halfway. Cross comes in deflected towards Tony. Kepa's on his toes. Flicks it away from him in the air. Collects it and rolls it out to Havertz. Havertz has been clobbered by the defender. He's actually all right. I think it's Janel. I think that's what his name is. The throw straight out to Havertz, and he's trying to take a touch with his right foot, come back inside. The defender comes the side he's turning. He clatters into his shoulder. He's down for like 2 seconds and he's up. Havertz playing again. Free kick taken halfway inside of our half up to Gallagher. Does well under pressure to hold it up and finds Loftus-Cheek byline. 10 yards inside of our own half. Still inside our half, and Brentford are pushing and pressing up. And we're forcing us to play it long. Up the line, Aspi looking for Havertz. Blocked off. Fouls Ben Mee, who goes down like he's been shot. Referee gives the free kick. Havertz the other day couldn't really influence himself in the game. He needs to do better where he's playing. He's playing in one of those wider positions as a number 10. The Mason Mount-esque role, just the other side of where Mount is basically. He's not as effective. He's got to get himself much more involved in the game. So your support for the channel, people. Smash that like button for me. Become a channel member. Only £1 a month. Anyway, Raya takes the goal kick. It's gone back to him. Centre back collects the ball halfway inside his own half. They play it up the line and Chelsea press him. Force them back all the way to the goalkeeper. Broja goes after him. Takes a loose touch to the goalkeeper. Well done, Broja. Took a loose touch. Broja was out to him, shut him down. It's gone off for a Brentford throw-in. Halfway inside his own half. Well done from Broja. Good closing down. Zanka to take the long throw. Up the line. Deep inside his own half. They go short to Tony. Flicks the ball inside. Got away with it as well. Chelsea pushing up and just not really pressing, but pushing up to make Brentford play it. Goes back to the keeper. Launches it high over halfway. Loftus-Cheek, just no one near him, is giving it straight to Tony on halfway. Brentford, 1-2, little triangles. Finds Tony. They've got a runner from midfield. Out to the right-hand side. Edge of our box. Cucurella comes out to meet the winger. Back to Tony, who finds himself in a fullback position. Inside. Brentford step off our defensive line and got space to turn. Play out to the right-hand side. Cross comes in towards the back post. Tony free header. Kepa tips it over the bar. Easy for Brentford. They were easy. They got the ball. They sort of got the ball about 35 yards out from the byline, outside of our box. They play it forward. The striker or the midfielder who's pushed up first has literally sort of stepped off our defensive line to collect the ball. No one went with him. So he played it out wide, in loads of space. Cross comes into Tony. He's in between Chalobah and Azpilicueta. Free header. Kepa's all the way, just watching it and just pushed it over the bar. Good first save from Kepa. Playing outstandingly well, Kepa. Brentford corner from our left-hand side. Their right wing. Referee's having words with players inside the box. Azpilicueta is one of them. Arguing his case about man marking. Brentford have got 6 players on the penalty spot. Chelsea have only got 5 marking them. How do you work that out? Mbeumo to take a left foot in swinger. They're good with their set pieces, Brentford. They go short. Cross comes in towards the penalty spot. Back post, Ben Mee. Headed back up in the air. Cross comes in, back towards goal. Chelsea get the ball away eventually. They deflected clearance off Cucurella. Finds Mbeumo. Right-hand side of the penalty box. Tries to get another cross in. Blocked away again by Cucurella. Out for another Brentford corner. Their set pieces are outstanding, Brentford. We have to be alive to them. Another short one. Mbeumo knocks it short and does the run round the outside of his player who's gone short as if they're going to pass it back outside to him. They didn't. They turned away. Chelsea got to sort the marking out, yeah? Short again. This time they play it back to Mbeumo and Mount falls over. Cross comes in, back post. Koulibaly's underneath it. We get the ball away. Third corner in succession for Brentford. This time it's from our right-hand side. Towards the back post. Jorginho and somebody else having ructions at the edge of the box. Once again, Brentford. 2 men go and take the corner. 6 on the penalty spot, literally, and 1 just down on the edge of the box. Chelsea have got themselves 4 players marking 6. Cucurella standing in front of them. And Chelsea is zonal marking with their centre-backs on the edge of the 6-yard box to cover the runs. 4 players, Chelsea players, inside the 6-yard box. Cross comes in, deflects away at near post by Havertz. Cucurella gets the ball away further, but then Brentford win it back and they go back all the way to the goalkeeper. Raya collects it halfway inside his own half, out on this right-hand side, knocks it forward towards the halfway line, and then drills the pass out wide left. Mbeumo first time, great first time ball. They got a runner from midfield. Gallagher goes across to check the run. Mbeumo's in behind Havertz. He's gone down. Claiming it's a penalty. He's got to be booked. He dived, referee. Havertz got caught wrong side. There was a tiny bit of contact. The referee's all over it. It's Loftus-Cheek. Referee's all over it. And Mbeumo just fell down. So if the referee doesn't give a free kick, he's got to book him for simulation, surely. Anyway, Chelsea have got back possession. Deep inside of our own half. Chalobah in the middle of the back three to Aspi on the right. Inside's Jorginho. First time pass out wide right to Loftus-Cheek. Chelsea play the ball forward. It comes off Gallagher. Gallagher's gone down injured. He's on to his ankle. It was Loftus-Cheek. He just put his arm on Mbeumo, and Mbeumo stopped and felt contact because Loftus-Cheek kept on his run. Mbeumo just stopped, and then Mbeumo's gone down. It's not a penalty by any stretch, and he's got to be booked for simulation, and the referee didn't even look at getting his yellow card out. Loftus-Cheek and Mbeumo are now laughing about it. As if to say, you're having a laugh, mate. Mbeumo should be booked, and he wasn't. Gallagher... Is Gallagher coming off? He's taken his hairband off. He's had a pat on the back from Mason Mount. What's happening with Conor Gallagher? He's with the Chelsea physios here. He's coming off. He's coming off. He looks disconsolate. Gallagher. Injured. He's being subbed off, Conor Gallagher. He looks gutted. Absolutely gutted, Gallagher. He's talking to the physios now about what's going on. As the play went out to play the far side, he's sort of in the number 10 position. He just sort of sat down on his haunches. Southampton's 1-0 up at Bournemouth, South Coast derby. The referee's coming over now because Gallagher's taking his time. Gallagher's actually taking his boots off on the pitch. The referee's saying to him, can you hurry up and get off the pitch? I don't know why Gallagher's doing that. He's 10 yards from the He's 10 yards inside the pitch, Gallagher. He goes to run to shut someone down. The clearance comes off of him, off his knee. I think he's staying on. He's come walking off, Gallagher. He stopped 10 yards before reaching the edge of the byline and started mucking about with his boots. The referee's got the ump. He is actually coming off. Gallagher's coming off for Kovacic. Kovacic's coming on for Gallagher. Brentford down our left-hand side. Kepa's blocked it. Literally, all I'm doing is looking at Gallagher, who's coming off. And then all of a sudden, the coverage gone back to the game. And Brentford down our left wing. Cross comes in, which Kepa blocks. And Chelsea try to clear it. And Brentford win it back. They've gone back to their own halfway line. Right-hand side. Chelsea, everyone beyond the ball, defending deep. Looking for that switch pass out to our left wing again. They're targeting Loftus-Cheek on that side. Mbeumo and the other dude are targeting him. Can't think what his name is. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Chelsea block it. It goes back to the halfway line to Brentford. Chelsea shuffling across in defensive formation. Ball over the top. Looking for the run from midfield. Chalobah sees it away. And now the substitution's being made. Gallagher's off injured. Replaced by Kovacic. He's obviously felt something in his groin or his hamstring or something. But it's, yeah. I need to configure my scoreboard. That's better. Anyway, so Chelsea have possession, play it forward. Out to the right-hand side. Loftus-Cheek can't keep it in play, and the ball goes out of play for Brentford throw-in. 10 yards inside their own half. Brentford to take it. Smash the like button, people. Just need 12 more for 50 likes. They play the ball backwards to go forward. Long ball over the top. Mbeumo's after. Chalobah back to Kepa, takes a touch, then launches it up to halfway. Broja. 2 Brentford centre-backs jump all over the back of him. Referee just says play on. Broja couldn't even get off the ground because he's been just jumped all over. Anyway, Brentford win back position, play out to the right-hand side. And well done. Koulibaly challenges on the byline. Brentford player goes down. Linesman gives a goal kick. Well done, Koulibaly, coming across, no nonsense. The Brentford player from midfield tries to take him on up the line on Ziyech. Koulibaly just stepped in. He's knocked it past him, to be fair. And it looked like a foul, but referee didn't give it or the lino. So it's a Chelsea goal kick with Kepa. As usual, the 2 centre-backs stay right and close to him, each at edge of the 6-yard box. He ushers them away and then launches it over halfway. Broja can't beat Ben Mee to it. Heads it forward. Kovacic heads it back towards halfway. Head up in the air and Cucurella puts his foot on it. Mason Mount out by the right in front of Graham Potter. Goes back to Kovacic. Chalobah, been shut down by Mbeumo, turns away from him and then passes out around him to Aspi. Aspi back to Chalobah, back to Aspi, right hand side, 10 yards inside of our half. Finds Havertz, first time ball back to Chalobah, he's been shut down. Brentford backing off the halfway line. Kovacic dropped deep to get it, gives it to Aspi. Chalobah. Chelsea deeper inside of our half now, playing it square. Koulibaly finds Jorginho, lays it off to Mount. Mount's only got one option, which is Koulibaly. Long ball from Koulibaly, looking for a run, and the run is Kai Havertz. Blocked off, but Broja's dropped deep to collect the ball, and he does. Wide right is Loftus-Cheek. Edge of the box right inside Loftus-Cheek. Foot step over. Turns Broja, tries to turn inside the 6-yard box. Blocked away, but he's managed to keep on possession. Comes out to Aspi, outside the box. First time ball from Kovacic, looking for Broja, but he wasn't alive to it, Broja. And the ball goes straight out of play for a Brentford goal kick. Unlucky. Wasn't a goal kick, he kept it in play, so he's rolled it out to the right-hand side. Halfway inside their own half, Brentford. Flick it off of Cucurella, out for a throw-in. Brentford throw, they're dominating this half. 45% action areas in our final third so far, and 38% in the middle third. Chelsea can't get out their own half at the moment. Brentford throw it up to Tony, lay it back. First time ball, just given straight to Chalobah. Good first touch, controls it, back to Kepa. Chelsea reset. Chalobah drops in, silver roll. Give him the ball, goes Jorginho. Gets it back, under pressure. Back to Kepa. Gets it from out for his underneath his feet. Right footed up to halfway. Ben Mee's got the better of Broja at the moment. Two of them have a bit of argy-bargy off the ball. Brentford play it forward. They've got a flick on. Chalobah well done. He's read the run and then finds Kepa, who finds Jorginho and makes himself available again. Finds Cucurella. Up the lines, Mount. Ignores him. Drives it forward. Just to get rid of it. He was under pressure. But Raya's taken a real bad touch. And he's come out right by the benches. And he's actually launched it high. Chalobah free header. Havertz to collect it. Time to bring it down and lay it back off to Jorginho. Bottom of the centre circle. Inside his Mount. First time ball looking for Broja. Can't get there. Loses possession. Not in the game at the minute, Broja. Brentford win it back again. All up the line looking for the run from Rico Henry. First touch. Loftus-Cheek comes across. Chelsea throwing, well done. Welcome everyone to the stream. Make sure you drop a like on it. I need 4 more for 50. That'd be amazing. As many as possible. Thank you, people. Appreciate it. So, Aspi to take the throw in. Level the edge of our penalty box on our right-hand side. He's right on the byline. He's got Loftus-Cheek short. Havertz short. Gives it to Havertz. Then gives it back to him. Tries to chest it down and take some time when he's being shut down. Brentford just kick it out of play for another Chelsea throw-in. Deep inside our own half. Deep inside of our own half. Now we launch it high. Mason Mount flicks it forward, looking for Broja up the line. Meek steps in and clears it high, but it goes all the way through to Kepa. Chelsea can't get hold of any sustained possession at the minute. Brentford are playing well. Same as Villa the other day, to be fair, in the first half. Kepa takes his time and rolls it to Kovacic, who's been shut down straight away by 2 Brentford players. Back to Kepa. Get rid of it. Gives it to Koulibaly. Deflected clearance up the line. Cucurella underneath it. Gets muscled out of it, and Brentford just knocked the ball forward up the line again. Straight out of play for a Chelsea goal kick this time. Chelsea got to do much better in possession. Problem we've got at the moment, the ball's going forward. I know, cordial, by the way. I was in such a rush. Didn't have time to drink that. Anyway, the ball's going forward. It's not sticking. Kepa takes a long goal kick up to halfway. Broja this time holds off Ben Mee and heads it down to Havertz. Flicks it inside to Mason Mount. Out to his left-hand side. Lays it off to Cucurella. 10 yards inside their half. Square is Kovacic, then Jorginho. Left-hand side of the centre circle. Goes forward 5 yards. Shut down, so goes back to Kovacic. Left-hand side of centre. Back inside the centre circle. Bottom of it, Chalobah. Plays it wide right to Aspi. Beyond him is Loftus-Cheek on the byline. Havertz in the Mount hole. Goes back to Chalobah, Aspi. Now Havertz is shut down. He turns away from a challenge and finds Jorginho. Breaking forward, Jorginho. Broja, wrong way. Unlucky. Jorginho looked for Broja to make a run to his left, but Broja went the other way. Brentford clear it only as far as Koulibaly. Finds Mount, 25 yards out. Shut down, has to go backwards. Jorginho, wide right is Aspi. Mount and Aspi try and play a 1-2, and Mount plays it behind Aspi. He's got to stop his run and go backwards. Back inside, halfway inside our own half. Chalobah finds Jorginho, centre circle. Broja drops deep and gives it to Kovacic. There's a runner over the top, and it's Mason Mount in behind. Ben Mee gets the ball around the stretch. Him and the goalkeeper communicate as Mount was running in behind. Little dink ball at the top from Kovacic. Needed more pace on it. Didn't have it. Chelsea throw in. Brentford shut it down. Another throw in. This time it's level with the edge of the penalty box. Cucurella finds Mount. He's got time to take a touch and turn. Flicks it forward looking for Broja, but again, he's not alive. He's standing still at the minute and Mount's frustrated a little bit. Anyway. All good, mate. All good, Chris. Brentford launch it high, but straight out of play for a Chelsea throw-in, about 10 yards inside their half, on our right-hand side, their own left sort of back position. We're taking the throw-in from a real deep position inside of our half. Chalobah, Kepa, square to Koulibaly, shut down straight away by Onyeka. Koulibaly takes a touch back onto his right foot, launches it towards the halfway line. Ben Mee steps in front of Broja and just plays it forward. Brentford lay the ball off to Janel. He's got a run on the overlap on the right-hand side. Stand up. Mason Mount and Cucurella by the corner flag. Between the two of them, we sort of get rid of them. Get rid of it with Jorginho. Brentford still battling for the ball here with Cucurella. Well done, Cucurella. He's won it. And he plays it up the line. Broja. This time he holds off the challenge. Unlucky. He's got applause from the Bin Dippers are winning. They're beating West Ham 1-0. Graham Potter's right there applauding Broja, encouraging him as well. Brentford throwing halfway inside our half. Our left wing, their right-hand side. Jorginho's claiming that we're nicking yards here. Zanka. Forward to Tony. Gets it back. Shut down by Koulibaly. Inside Tony. 1-2s. Cucurella on the cover. Well done. Great challenge on the edge of the box. Then clears it. Broja's got to win it. He doesn't. Gets the wrong side. Brentford wins second ball. Shut down by Havertz and Kovacic. And Kovacic is fouled, but he keeps going. Turns away from 2 challenges and finds Mason Mount. Left-hand side. Halfway inside their half. Cucurella's outside of him. Broja's for the middle. Kovacic is short. Havertz and Loftus-Cheek of wide right. And he goes square to Aspi. 25 yards from goal. He goes square to Jorginho. Back to Aspi. Momentum seems to have gone. Loftus-Cheek back to Azpilicueta. He's forced backwards to the centre circle. Chalobah. Kovacic drops short and then plays it out to the right-hand side again to Azpilicueta. 10 yards inside their half. Finds Havertz, who drops in and says, give me the ball. Finds Loftus-Cheek on the byline. He's got 2 defenders around him. Has to go backwards. Keeps switching it from side to side. Make the pitch big. The ball doesn't ever get tired. We're playing it across our sort of midfield, deep midfield line at the minute. And it's gone back out to Azpilicueta. This time, a little bit of space, but he's got a bad first touch. Jorginho. Azpi. Outside the box, right-hand side. Corner comes in. Cross comes in. Broja. He's missed it. Free header, and he's missed it. Missed it completely, the ball. We keep it alive with Cucurella. Koulibaly crosses towards the back post. Loftus-Cheek heads it square. Havertz with the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper collects it nice and simple. The cross came in from Azpilicueta. And Broja, I don't know if Ben Mee's in front of him and puts him off. But as the cross comes in, Mee goes to reach it and he can't. The keeper comes out, and I think Broja shits himself, basically. Thinks he's going to get clattered. And he doesn't make contact. He hesitates. And that hesitation takes him away from the ball. And the ball literally glides 6 yards in front of his forehead. He was 4 yards out. Anyway, Brentford's clearance has found us on halfway. Chalobah collects the ball. Chalobah out to Azpilicueta. Forward to Havertz. Jorginho inside the half, right inside the centre. Looking for Broja, but it's a bad pass again. Broja acknowledges the intention. It's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper. He's working hard, Broja. Keep going, mate. Keep going. You'll get your goal. So the goalkeeper rolls it out to the right-hand side to Zanka, outside his own box. Driven wide and cross it up the line. Kovacic tries to sort of do something with the clearance and puts it out of play, right on the halfway line. Brentford throw him. Brentford with a good start to the game. Chelsea growing into it gradually. Brentford throwing, taken short. Tony drops off. Back out to Zanka. Launches it forward under pressure. Gives it away to Azpi. Controls it. Finds Kovacic halfway line. Wide left, Mason Mount. Just inside their half. Under pressure and flicks it back to Cucurella. Koulibaly. Jorginho drops the bottom of the centre circle. He's given the ball. All over the top looking for Mount. Brentford come across and win it. And they deal with it. Find the midfield. Striding forward. Ball out to his right-hand side. Our left. Koulibaly comes across. Beaten. They've beaten him. They're into the edge of our box, right-hand side. Cross comes in, deflected away. And Koulibaly follows up and then eventually clears the ball away. Koulibaly got caught wrong side. They were in. But Chelsea back in numbers did really, really well to defend the cross. Up to halfway. Brentford have got the ball. Just holding possession. Drifting back inside their own half to come out to this right-hand side. And now the right wing. Cucurella comes out to meet him. Pass goes back to halfway. Mount goes to meet him. Goes back to Ben Mee. Broja goes to meet him. Comes back out to his right-hand side. 3-4-3. Ball over the top. It's Tony dropping off deep, really deep, to do these little 1-2s and little flicks wide to link the play up. But this time he put it straight out of play. Chelsea throwing on our left-hand side. Koulibaly got done. But to be fair, as he crossed it in, he only had one option. Ivan Toney wasn't busting the gut to get inside the box, I have to say that. So when Onyeka went into the right-hand side of our penalty box, he only had Mbeumo there with 4 Chelsea players around him. Toney sort of held back a bit, which is really weird. Anyway, we cut back to possession and we've got it over halfway. Azpi's driving forward. Right-hand side now, edge of the box. Loftus-Cheek, wide right, has to put his foot on the ball because the pass was poor. We've gone backwards. Jorginho. Koulibaly, left-hand side of centre. Finds Kovacic. Chalobah, right-hand side. Out to Azpi. Back to Chalobah, halfway line. Just the right-hand side of centre circle. Finds Kovacic, top of it. Inside their half. Turns from right to left. Flicks it into Havertz, who's made a run across their defensive line. Out wide to Cucurella. Foot on the ball, back to Havertz. 10 yards behind him is Kovacic. Brentford, everyone's back behind the ball. Defending everyone. 6-3 or 6-2-2 formation. The box formation of 4 in front of their 6 defenders on the defensive line. Chelsea doing well to work it wide, to bring it back inside. And ball, edge of the box, surely. Not given. We've gone to wide. We've gone from left to right, inside, looking for a ball forward to Broja. And he tried to flick it away. It hit the defender on the arm. Whether it was right out on the edge of the box or just outside of it, I'm not sure. Referee said play on. Brentford give it away. Chelsea with possession again with Mason Mount. Halfway inside their half. Kovacic, now walking pace. Jorginho, wide right is Azpi, stepping into loads of space. Havertz comes short. Gives it back to him. Azpi, Jorginho gets it back. Azpi out to Loftus-Cheek, who's now got one-on-one. Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek. Brentford expecting Chelsea to make the pitch wide, and they spread 6 defenders across that defensive line. Anyway, it's come wide left, Cucurella. Back to Koulibaly, just inside of their half, left-hand side. In the Rudiger position. Looks up for Broja. Does well to chest it down. There's a run. Good move. Broja drops off defensive line and acts as the target man. He drops the ball off to Mason Mount with Havertz making a run in behind. Good move, but Brentford win it and clear it up to halfway. We'll win it back again. Mason Mount. Left-hand side in the hole. Looking for Cucurella outside of him. Eventually he goes out there, but ignores him. He comes wide right to Azpilicueta. Jorginho, top of the centre circle. One more square of it is Kovacic. Drives forward to halfway. Inside their half. We give it away, though. He's looking for a ball through to Broja, but we keep giving it away, and Brentford are playing it forward, looking in front of him. Mbeumo over his head. He's given up. Kepa comes outside his box, collects it. Finds Azpilicueta. Jorginho now. Wide right in the Mount roll is Kai Havertz. Step over to beat the defender and just lays it off next to him to Loftus-Cheek. Back to Jorginho. We've got no urgency. Brentford's defensive formation is causing us a problem. We need players moving. We need players to stay wide and just keep switching the play, move them around. We're going back our defensive line at the minute. Now Jorginho comes forward. Loftus-Cheek. Man outside is Azpilicueta. Edge of the box, right-hand side. Back Jorginho. Loftus-Cheek. Mason Mount trying to keep the ball in play. Loftus-Cheek was an offside position. Jorginho just plays it to him, ignores him. Loftus-Cheek's like, don't give me the ball, I'm offside. He can't recover it. And Mason Mount tries to bust the gut to keep it in play and can't. It's a Brentford goal kick. It's not working at the minute. Kai Havertz is still struggling here to try and fit in and find a formation of some sort, or his role in this Potter formation. I have to say, it looks like he's struggling to just fit. Anyway, Brentford's goal kick flicked on by Tony. Koulibaly heads it forward and gives it away. Wide right now, Brentford. Halfway inside of our half. Chelsea do well to hold him up. Back to halfway. Zanka. Flicks the ball inside to Mbeumo. He's dropped really deep to get involved. He's flicking the ball to the top to the far post. Kepa comes out. Punches away. Clatters into the Brentford player. Referee says play on. Chelsea force him back halfway inside of our half. Mbeumo, wide left. They got a run up. Right foot. Cross comes in. Headed away at the near post. Azpilicueta. Havertz doesn't do it well enough to clear the ball away. Jorginho's pushing the back, but Azpi clears it. And now Broja finds Havertz, who waits for the ball to come to him. And Ben Mee just whacks it off of him. Outside of play. But Brentford throw him. Chelsea just look like they're playing in third gear here today. Just third gear the whole time. Well done, Kepa, though. Done well so far. Brentford's throwing is taken short. And they play it up the line, but we do well to win it back. What's they given here? Handball. Newcastle 1. Everton 0. Almiron for Newcastle. Anyway, so Brentford throw him right on the halfway line. Halfway. So the goalkeeper's going to take it. He's in the left back position, the halfway line. All the big guns for Brentford are going forward. They got height. Chelsea defensive line is 10, 15 yards outside the penalty box. Real high line from Chelsea. Now we drop in as the cross comes back. We're going to Loftus-Cheek under it. Flicks off the top of his head. Another great save from Kepa. My word. Loftus-Cheek get his angles wrong. Got a bit of a Tyrone Mings. Heads it backwards. Tony's onto it. And Tony heads it back. He's got his back to goal and he heads it from about 8 yards out. And Kepa blocks it again. Kepa's alive to it one more time. Brilliant from Kepa to push the ball away. 2 good saves already from Kepa. Tony's alive to it. Flicks it towards goal. Kepa's reaction from about 2 yards away from his outstanding again. Chelsea with possession halfway line. Chalobah. Back to Kepa. Kepa's the far busier of the two at the minute. Now he launched it out to his left-hand side to nobody. Cucurella's trying to get there. Half-paced. Easy for Brentford to go back to the goalkeeper. Anyway, goalkeeper swings it wide left. Chelsea do well under pressure to win it back. Azpi, 10 yards inside of our own half. Comes up to the halfway line, inside Jorginho with 3 players around him. Back to Azpi, back to Chalobah. turns away from going back to the goalkeeper to find Aspi. Ball up the line to Jorginho has been fouled. Referee's, well done, referee. Brentford fans are doing this, but he didn't. He was fouled 100%. He was pushed off the ball. So Jorginho just does what he does. He fell over. Anyway, Chelsea free kick. 10 yards inside of our half. Literally right out on the right, on the byline on the right-hand side. Anyway, back to Kepa. He comes to his left-hand side to Koulibaly. Launches a high ball up to halfway over it. And Broja's in behind Ben Mee. And he's got him done for pace. Big time. He's turned edge of the box. Broja, right-footed. Turns onto his left foot. Shoots or cross. Comes back out to him. Back to Cucurella. Cross comes in towards the penalty spot to nobody. Out to Jorginho. Blocked off. Kovacic. Honestly, Broja just like Ben Mee was standing still. Cucurella. Jorginho. Outside the box. Right-hand side. Inside to Kovacic. With players all around him. Brentford, everyone back behind the ball. Edge of their box. Out to Aspi. Shoots. Low down. Blocked off. Right foot. Right hand save from Raya. Back out to Cucurella. Tries to drift across towards the far post. And it just curls away and out of play. But Aspi, great shot from outside the box. Low down to the goalkeeper's right hand side. And to be fair, the goalkeeper got down well and saved it. Pushed it away from trouble. But the ball over the top to Broja. Ben Mee had 5 yards on him, and Broja just ran around him and collected the ball in front of him, and Ben Mee couldn't live with him. I expected him to take 2 touch and bang it towards the corner, but he held it up a little bit too long, Broja. Brentford players down. Onyeka's down, hold on to his ankle. Referee stop play for attention. Hopefully you're doing well, people. Welcome along. Smash the like button for me. 63 likes. Let's get up to 100 as soon as we can. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the membership as well. It's only £1 a month. And you'll get your name added to the credits at the end of this video. You'll have to make a change, Brentford. He's injured, Onyeka. He's been dangerous. He's been the one linking the play and getting forward for midfield. Just looking at Broja again now. I wonder if they're going to show this run. Ball over the top. Ben Mee's got 5 yards on him. And he just runs past him like he's standing still. He collects the ball wide left. Sort of about 10 yards outside the width of the penalty box. He comes back on his right foot towards the edge of the box. And you think he's going to bang it. But he holds it up too long. Then he feints to shoot and comes back on his left foot. And his cross is just shanked wide. Anyway, Ryan now takes a long goal kick. Chalobah can't get there. Tony wins it there. Tony heads it straight to Kovacic. And there's the run again. And Broja's going to beat Ben Mee to it. And he has. And Ben Mee's brought him down. Edge of the box. Broja's still alive to it. Broja square is Mason Mount. Broja's still going. He's still trying to do something with the ball. And oh my word. And he pulls the ball square across goal. It was a penalty. Has to be a penalty. But the referee played on because he got up, Broja. But he's got Ben Mee beat all day long. Like he's standing still. He brings him down, but Broja's alive to it. And he gets up and turns. But as he does it, the other defender comes across and forces him to the edge of the 6 yard box, wide right. He does well to hold it up and hold it up. Eventually he gets the cross in. He drives it across the box, but it's in front of Havertz and Mount. Unlucky. But that's the ball over the top to beat Ben Mee. Mason Mount is encouraging Broja. He's patting him on his head. He's saying, get his head up and keep going. Someone's down for Chelsea and they're holding on to their neck. They're making sure they're not injured. What's happened here? Who's down? Is it Chalobah? The physios are worried about him here. One of them's holding on to his neck. Or is it Koulibaly? Who is it? I think it's Chalobah. But he's lying flat out. He's talking to the physios, but one of them's holding on to his head to make sure that his neck's all right. But Ben Mee's been exposed in the middle of their back four. It's Chalobah. He's up. He's fine. He's all right. He's up. He went up for a header with Tony. Tony's caught him with his elbow in his face. Like, it's accidental. He's just using his arm for leverage. It's nothing like this, but he's all right. He got a whack in the face. But he's all right. But that's the ball for Chelsea. Every time you get it, over the top of their back three, Broja to beat Ben Mee to it, and he's in. If Broja stayed down, I think that was a penalty. But to his credit, he tried to keep going. And his honesty has probably done him out of the goal scoring opportunity there. Anyway, Chalobah's had to go outside the pitch. Referee saying there's a drop ball. Aubameyang actually wins the ball, which is why it wasn't a penalty. The referee said play on. Anyway, Chelsea trying to box in Brentford from their throw-in. They've got a throw-in about 25 yards up their right-hand side, the byline. Their right back position. Chelsea pushed up high to try and block them in. Throw-in's taken short to Tony. Holds off Jorginho, but gives it to Mount. Havertz, well done. Flicks it wide left to Cucurella. Keep it in play. He does. No one's in the box. He crosses towards the back post. Havertz collects it on the overlap. Brilliant first touch to take it to the right-hand side of the 6-yard box, just outside of it. Defender gets back in and blocks it and gets it away. Brilliant from Havertz. Great cross from Cucurella. He feeds it towards the back of the box, and Havertz's left-footed first touch is outstanding. Anyway, Chelsea with possession. Play it forward. We're claiming for a penalty. Referee says no. Cross comes in. Goalkeepers all day long. No one was there. Unlucky. Chelsea doing much better. Much better. Gallagher's injured something. Rico Henry comes off his arm. And Havertz's arm, to be fair. Havertz claims a penalty. Referee says no, carry on. Anyway, Brentford with possession up the line. Chelsea do well to win it off from Mbeumo. Referee's said hold up. It's offside. Free kick to us. Right back position. You're looking at about 5 yards inside the byline. About 10 yards away from the halfway line. Aspie takes it short to Havertz, who's getting involved a little bit more now. Chelsea now 65% possession overall in the first half. Brentford have won possession and Chelsea are after them, forcing them backwards all the way back to the goalkeeper. Well done, Kovacic, working hard. Raya, by his penalty spot, launches it up to his left-hand side. Loftus-Cheek does well up against Tony to win the header. Well done. Brentford thrown on the halfway line. Taken up the line to Mbeumo, looking for a run. Aspie's covered it off. Clears it over his head, away for another Brentford throw-in, halfway inside their half. Our half, left-hand side. They're working their way forward. Dangerous from set pieces. Good to see plenty of Chelsea in the stands as well. As always. Brentford throw-in. Long one. Centre-backs come forward inside the penalty box. Chelsea need to get set defensively. There's 4 Chelsea players just marking space at the minute. They go short from Mbeumo, who comes around by the byline and then comes back towards the throwing table. But well done, Kovacic, to hold him up. Mbeumo's got beyond Havertz, but Havertz done well to recover. Havertz and Broja, well done. It's gone out for Chelsea. Throw in halfway inside of our half. Well done, Havertz. Done well defensively. 2 minutes of normal time to go. First half. There'll be some injury time. Thrown by Loftus-Cheek. Looked a bit dodgy. Anyway, he's got away with it. Chalobah, edge of his own box. Launches it halfway. Broja flicks it forward beyond Ben Mee. He's getting the better of him now, Broja. That's the ball over the top time and time again. Brentford go back to the goalkeeper. Raya, left-hand side of his penalty box, his defender, comes out of his own box. Wide left. Chelsea pressing. Forcing them backwards. Left-back position had to launch it up over halfway. Chalobah does well but he done well to clear it. They've picked up second ball. Brentford down the left-hand side of our penalty box. Koulibaly blocks the shot. Tony tries to take it forward. And well done, Cucurella, for stepping in. We clear it, half clear it. Out to our left-hand side, or their left-hand side, our right-hand side. And a bit of a mix-up of play, and we come away with the ball. Havertz, Broja, halfway line, pinned one-on-one with the defender. Take him on, and he does, but he's been held off. Referee, but Ben Mee's on the cover. Broja's done well to win it. Broja, by the corner flag, looks for a ball back to Mason Mount, deflected away. It's going to come to Kovacic. Cucurella, left-hand side of the penalty box, looking for an option. He hasn't got one. Now he's got one. Jorginho outside the box, wide left, wide right, Loftus-Cheek. Shoots from distance, over the bar. Deary me. Broja's got the beat of their defence now. He started off struggling to get involved, Broja, for the first 25 minutes. He's now got the beating of them. They're now worried about him because he's beaten Ben Mee. He's holding the ball up. He's riding challenges. He's doing really well, Broja. Come on now. Just it's too slow. It gets to the final third and it's just too slow. Anyway, Brentford goal kick. Smash the like button for me, people. Welcome to the stream. Subscribers only chat, unfortunately. You need to be a subscriber. So Raya with a goal kick launches it over halfway towards our right-hand side. Loftus-Cheek can't get there. Free header, but they head it sort of square. Now they head it forward. Aspie collects it and half clears it, gives it away. Tony collects a loose ball, tries to find Mbeumo, blocked away. Cucurella under pressure, get rid of it, and he does. After about 10 touches, he gets it out of play from 25 yards out on the corner flag. Brentford throwing right-hand side, our left. Chelsea do well back in numbers, forcing them backwards towards the halfway line. They come back up the line again. Halfway, they've got a runner. Right-hand side on Yeka. Cross comes in. Headed up in the air by Chalobah. They had a run at the back post who's coming in towards the penalty spot, and Chalobah done really well. And then Loftus-Cheek does well to see the ball away. Havertz. Jorginho. Mason Mount. We've got runners on the left-hand side. Brentford tracking back. Mason Mount driving over halfway, left-hand side. Cucurella collects it 30 yards out. Puts his foot on the ball. Mount goes beyond him. 10 yards from the byline. Drills across towards the penalty spot. Cleared away by Brentford. 3 minutes of added time. 2 to go. Mount collects it from Cucurella. Jorginho, right-hand side, left-hand side of centre. Drives forward. And then Brentford with their defensive line. Everyone's back behind the ball. Everybody on the edge of their own box. Chelsea is struggling to break him down here. Jorginho, ball over the top. Havertz goes down. I don't think it was a penalty. He's looking at the referee. He got a pull back from Ben Mee. He sort of made a run round towards the back post. Aspie's claiming, look at VAR. Ben Mee's pulled him. He's pulled him. He's pulled him. Havertz has gone down. Ben Mee knows he's done it. It's a penalty. If that's VAR looking at it, it's a penalty all day long. Not given. Not given. They're playing on. Goal kick, Chelsea mop up possession from Tony. Cucurella, halfway inside of our half. Kovacic, up to the halfway line. Finds Jorginho. One more square is Aspie. Driving forward. He's got Loftus-Cheek to his outside. Stops. Holds the ball up. Back to Havertz. Havertz has to flick out to Aspie because Tony's shutting him down. Every single Brentford player is beyond the ball. Aspie. Kovacic, top of the centre circle, inside their half. Square of him is Koulibaly. Shuffling Brentford across from side to side. Looking for a little bit of space. Havertz is on the move. Mount's on the move. Kovacic, Jorginho exchange passes. Kovacic drives forward to 25 yards out, then stops and goes backwards as Brentford shut him down. Koulibaly now, left-hand side of centre. Mason Mount, left-back position. Looks for ball inside. He's found Havertz. Turns away from a challenge, but he turns back inside his left foot. Rather than go out on the outside and shoot, he comes back inside to where there's defenders aplenty. And then he gives away a free kick, Havertz. It's not a free kick either. The player just fell over. Havertz had to go on the other side, but he's turned back inside. Honestly. Chelsea got opportunities here. The last 20 minutes have been outstanding, Chelsea. Been really good. Causing them problems. Smash the like button, people. Raya takes the goal kick. That's half time. Brentford the better with the first half of the first half. Chelsea much better in the second half of the first half. And you have to say, even Steven. But we've just seen evidence there that Chelsea, to win this game, keep playing long balls over the top. Broja over Ben Mee. Ben Mee can't live with him. He literally has been on 2 occasions. He's 5 yards behind him. His pace, his absolute out-and-out pace is beating Ben Mee all day long. So, 0-0 at half-time. Time for tea and biscuits, says Steve. You're right. Chris, how you doing, mate? Get Auber on for Sterling or Sterling for Kai Havertz. Havertz has grown into the game. I said he's struggling to get involved, but he's actually grown into it. Got to sort my clock out. So we're all good. We're all good with the clock. The clock was looking great. I've got to sort my colours out. Hold on. My blue's not dark enough. Got to be a dark blue, but not that kind of a blue. It's got to be this kind of a blue. What are we saying? That dope. Happy days. Anyway, how are you all? How are you all doing? Bit of a rush for me, I have to say, to get this all going. But I got here and we got live, which is the main thing. This is the Chelsea Daft. This is ChelsDaft, I should say. Can't say the other one anymore because football club stopped me. Long story. Anyway, how are you all? Clock, I said. Graham. That's the only. What's that? Is that the only post you've put in chat? Oh, honestly. Anyway. So, how are you all doing? Hopefully you're doing all right. Mr. Dill, I'm not sure, mate. I'm not too sure. Not too sure. So post up your comments. I'll try and read out as many as I can at half time. Clinton says the VAR has gone for an early tea break. I think they have. Liam, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you in. Chelsea Football Club is where a club is at. Jane, it is a retro clock, isn't it? For those of you who don't know, my computer blew up and I lost all my settings for my clock, which I've had for God knows how long. I can't work out where I got it from to try and put it back up. But I need to show the clock because a lot of you guys like to keep the clock on the screen so you can pause the live TV and sync it with me. CFAX style, exactly. CFAX style. Let me make it a bit bigger. Let's go a bit bigger, shall we? Let's go. Is that any different? Any different? I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. Should we put it across the whole screen like that? How about that? That's all right, isn't it? That's much better. All right, over here, long day at work. We'll have a win before bedtime. Terry's been recovering 3 weeks from knee replacement. Wow, last year back, so getting old ain't for sissies. Wow, Terry. I wish you well, mate. Hopefully you're doing all right. Hopefully you're doing good, mate. All the best with your recovery. Cosme Fulanito, how are you doing, mate? Would you keep Broja on? 100%. 100%. He's got the better of their defenders. And they're now shit scared of him. They're backing off him because they know he's got the beating of them. Graham, thumbs up, mate. All good. All good. All good. I need 11 more likes for 100, which is amazing. So thank you very much. Smash that button. So, coverage we got from... It's on Amazon Prime. Gianfranco Zola's there. Tiny man, Gianfranco Zola, isn't he? Jay Kicks, how you doing, mate? Havertz been poor once again. Pulisic or Sterling on, please. Thoughts? I wouldn't disagree with it, but he is growing into the game a little bit more, Havertz. He's sort of struggling to have to play the same role as Mason Mount, but on the other side, because we know how much of an influence Mason Mount is on that side. So trying to do it the other way and trying to sort of have that same influence is difficult for him and he's struggling. Just so you know, so the game's due to finish what time? About 9:15, 9:20ish. So I'll keep the ChelsDaft pub in session. The pub, the retro chat, whatever chat you want to talk about Chelsea, we'll keep going until 10 o'clock tonight. So make sure you get involved with the chat after the game. If you want to send your donations, feel free. It's all good. If you want to become channel members, feel free. Really trying to push this channel again now. 23,000 subscribers is amazing. I released 2 5-minute news videos in the last 24 hours. Have you watched them? Subscribers, if you haven't, make sure you do. Plenty of content on there. 5-minute news updates. Nice and short and sweet. No waffle. Chris says, Broja's looking promising with the more minutes he gets. He is. Sadri, how are you, mate? Good to see you in. Come and post your comments. I'll read as many as I can. Jay, what do you tell the players at half-time? And what subs, if any, would I make? I tell the players to keep lumping it over the top to Broja. Keep making the pitch big, but get the ball forward quickly. Don't play that extra pass. Subs that I would make, I don't know. Not sure. Really not sure at the minute. Chelsea's back three's doing all right against their attacking lineup. I have to say it's not doing too bad. Just got to adjust my settings here. See you guys all in the chat. What can I not see? There you go. There you are. Anyway. Got 95 likes so far. Keep smashing that like button for me. Because what it does, it then puts it out there for more and more. It tells YouTube that it's a good video and it puts it out there to more people to watch. And that's what we want. So I really will appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. Chris says, give Havertz another 10 to 15 and get Sterling or Pulisic on. Bit of pace on the wing will do us some favours. Sadly agrees, bench Havertz. Bit harsh. But they're showing these balls over the top. I mean, the first one, where the one that Ben Mee, I thought brings him down, he doesn't. He's 10 yards behind him. He's on the halfway line. Jabiru Joe, how you doing, mate? Mezzy, how are you? Jabiru Joe says that penicillin deserves a run on the side. 100 likes. Thank you, people. Much appreciated. If you haven't done so, keep smashing it for me. Mezzy, how are you, mate? If Kepa doesn't get man of the match, I really don't know what more he can do. Kepa's outstanding again today. 2 good saves again. Clinton agrees he's got a new lease of life these days. He has 100%. He'll pop up with the head of the back post. Who, Timothy? Who are you talking about? Kepa? Or are you talking about Havertz? Broja? Or Gianfranco Zola, who's on TV right now? What a player, Gianfranco Zola. What a player. Kai Havertz. I thought you meant Kepa. Kepa at the back post. Do everything these days. Have you seen my new beer fridge, by the way, people? Sub Cold is the make. They've got all sorts of different ones. It's had a dodgy brown handle on it. It's like one that you can travel with. And can fit 4 cans in there. 4 do as you're told, or 8 little small ones. The do as you're told is cold. Sub Cold. Refrigeration. Not sponsored. Not sponsored. Could be, if you get my drift. Ice Cold's got a meeting. Got a meeting to attend the second half. We'll keep listening as often as possible. Up the Chels. Thanks, Ice Cold. I really appreciate it. When they ask you a question, just say, sorry, I've got to listen to him. Put me on the big screen. Put me on the Zoom. That'd be all right, wouldn't it? Anyway. Jane, very compact and bijou. I know. Daniel, how you doing, mate? Good to see you in. Scullatini. Have I tried the old Hoppy Hen beer? I haven't. No, I haven't. I have to say, I'm sort of more, when I go to the shop these days, I'm more about buying the IPAs and stuff these days. But if I have a bit of a session, an all day, then I'm on these because they're only weak now, aren't they? Daniel, just get Havertz off for second half. He's been poor. Mezzy says he's all good. He says, I'm with a lot of these that Kai should come off and get Pulisic on and Sterling the player that can run at their defence with the ball. Fair play, Mezzy. Everyone's entitled to your opinion. Cosme Fulanito. Honestly. Thank you, mate. Enjoy another beer, mate. How can we win it tonight? By scoring. No, but honestly, that's what you got to do. Just keep finding. All we got to do is get Broja pinned on Ben Mee, ball over the top. Honestly. He's got the beating of him, all ends up. And since he beat him the first time and the second time, they're now wary of him, Broja, and they're backing off. This is what I keep saying about the situation where you've got a defence. So this is why I like Graham Potter, because he's probably had some influence in this from the sideline. Under the previous manager, I'm not talking out of term with him, but under the previous manager, we'd been struggling to break this team down. And we were playing the same way, and we're not changing the way we're playing. So it was very, very noticeable. Chelsea play their passing style as we do. But for the last 20 minutes of that half, at times we've got the ball and we've still done that. But 3 times now we've picked the ball up in the middle of midfield and Jorginho and Kovacic have looked first run, Broja, ball over the top. And because of that, and because he's now beaten Ben Mee, where Brentford are playing a higher line and pressing, they're now thinking, shit, there's a problem here. We can't have him one-on-one with Ben Mee. We got to back off. And they're backing off deeper, which gives us some more space to play with in front of their defensive line. So midfield's got to work harder. Chelsea should have some more space, and then we can play and do our little, our 1-2s and all sorts in front of their defensive line. But Cursor, you're right. Broja's got the minerals, big time. John says to win the game, just stick it in the onion bag. Fair play. We are really missing James Paul, 100%. How you doing, Paul? Hopefully you're doing all right, mate. Hopefully you're doing all good. So, scores tonight. Last night, Brighton 0, Forest 0, Palace 2, Wolves 1. Tonight, Arsenal, Man City postponed. Bournemouth 0, Southampton 1. We're 0-0. Liverpool beating West Ham. Newcastle beating Everton. And Man United and Tottenham are 0-0. Ian, how you doing, mate? How do we place Kante? As nobody we have as anyone here is good? And should we be looking for a quality backup for Reece James? 100%, mate. 100%. But this is what I've been saying on my news videos. N'Golo Kante is now having surgery on his hamstring. So before the surgery announcement yesterday, everyone is agreed that Kante is now a bit injury prone. Now, the bloke's been playing football for years and years and years, non-stop. Outstanding Kante. He's now, at some point, he's going to break down with injuries, and he's had that over the last few seasons. So you're sitting there looking at it now thinking, my God, he's injury prone. We're probably going to have to maybe make a decision. Do we go with him again and give him another contract where he plays 40% of the time? Or do we let him go? West Ham had a penalty and Bowen's missed it. Allison saved a penalty from Bowen. Could have been 1-1. Awful penalty. Anyway, now he's having surgery. That might clear his whole situation up with his hamstrings. And he could now go again for 2 or 3 seasons with no injuries. So I think Chelsea are going to give him to the end of the year to get back after 4 months and play the final few months of the season to see whether or not they're going to give another deal. But if he is fit, no one else is like him. His influence all over that pitch and the aura that he's got about him on the pitch, you got to give him a new deal. If he can prove himself and not be injured. And yes, we should look for a quality backup for James, but who's that going to be, and is that player going to be accepting the fact that they need to play as the backup? I'm not sure. Daniel says he hopes to get a right wing back January and backup for Reece James. Paul agrees, really missing Reece James. Mezzi looking at Bellingham with the Kante replacement, but we got Dennis Zakari on the bench, who's not had a game yet. Let's give him a go. The bloke's decent. Let's give him a go. Sohab, how you doing, mate? He says we need Pulisic. Giuseppe, how are you, mate? Kepa's playing good. Keep it up. Cursor agrees. Definitely doing the bits for us is Kepa. Daniel says he hopes that Kai Havertz comes off. I can't repeat what Cursor just said on the live stream. I get why you're saying it, but I can't say that. Anyway. People are saying hold out for Kante, or Chris has said hold out for N'Golo Kante. Chelsea players are out on the pitch early, and there's no changes by the looks of it. They're out on the pitch early. Gianfranco Zola is doing the Amazon commentary in the UK, and he's freezing his tits off. He's talking away, but it looks cold down there, I've got to say. It's about 20 minutes up the road from me. Brentford. How cold is it? Right, both teams are out. About to get underway second half. Clock that was. Chelsea, looking at TV coverage, are kicking from left to right, which, if you don't know, means Brentford are kicking from right to left. Just so you know. So Brentford to get second half underway. No changes, and they do. They kick off Brentford. Back to the goalkeeper, launches it high, up towards our defensive line, and Azpilicueta's underneath it. Can't win the header. Loftus-Cheek backing him up, under pressure, tries to get the ball away. Does well under pressure, but Brentford have actually pushed us right back to our corner flag on the right-hand side. Azpi's to take it. He's pinched 5 yards already. He's going to pinch 5 more. Loftus-Cheek and Havertz up the line. Inside Jorginho. Brentford push right up to box us in. Azpi takes a long throw. Havertz misses the header. They play it forward. Azpi half clears it. They pick up the ball again. Second ball. Halfway inside of our half. But Chelsea do well. Havertz and Jorginho do really well to force them to play it out of play. Chelsea throwing halfway inside of our half. Brentford really boxing us in now. Trying to keep us sort of in this position, not able to play out. Throwing it up towards halfway. Ben Mee heads it up in the air. Mount, second ball, been dragged down. Been pulled down by Onyeka, I think it is. It's a Chelsea free kick. Jorginho Kovacic straight out to Koulibaly, left-hand side. 10 yards inside of our own half at the moment. No changes. Chelsea's team still Kepa, Chalobah, Koulibaly and Cucurella. Azpilicueta, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho Kovacic, Havertz, Mount and Broja up front. Chelsea possession has gone forward to the right-hand side to go back. They're pressing in numbers. We've gone back to Kepa. Outside his own box. Plays it wide left to Koulibaly, but behind him, he's done well, actually. Kovacic helped him out. Kovacic's got acres of space. Ball down the left channel. Mason Mount's going to get there, and he does. 20 yards out. Broja, left-hand side of the penalty box. Oh, he should have passed it first time. He's taken a touch to control the ball first. Back to Kovacic. Edge of the box. Back out to Cucurella. Broken down. Broja should have crossed it left foot first time, and he took a touch. He sort of turned to his right-hand side, back to goal, and took it back away from goal. Havertz and Loftus-Cheek were in the box. Deary me. Deary me. They are. Anyway, before those people were there with bingo cards, Chelsea throw him. Mount gives the ball away. Mbeumo collects it deep inside his own half, but Kovacic nicks it off him. Havertz. Kovacic. 25 yards, 30 yards from goal. Forced us backwards, though. We do well to keep on the possession. Aspi. Halfway line. Chalobah. They're pressing high in numbers. Koulibaly. Little dink pass out to Cucurella. Halfway line, byline. That's Jorginho. Back to Koulibaly. Koulibaly swings it. Good right-footed ball out to Aspi. But Loftus-Cheek lets it collect it. Then tries to play it back to Aspi. It's too short. Aspi blocks off Ivan Toney off the ball. Brentford try to take this on. We win it back. Referee says play on. To Toney, get on with it. And we do. Jorginho collects it, bottom of the centre circle. Wide left to centre is Mount, over halfway. Cucurella's outside of him. Mount driving forward. Inside their half, 25 yards out. Cucurella collects it, level the edge of the penalty box. Stops, comes backwards towards Koulibaly. Kovacic, halfway inside their half. Looking for a run of Broja. He's got a left-hand channel. He's collected it, held it up. Back out to Cucurella. Havertz and Mount inside the box. Broja, force wide. Trying to take the defender on. Fouls him. Doing too much, Broja. Just go with your instinct. Just literally don't try and overthink it. Just play your football your way. Get that run in the channel and bang it first time. He's trying. We're looking at the bench now, but with Aubameyang and Sterling sitting there. Chukwuemeka's there. Zakaria's there, thinking it's another ground I've seen. Decent bench, Chelsea, you have to say. Anyway, Raya takes a long goal kick. Aspi holds off Toney and heads it forward. Halfway line, they lump it forward against his left-hand side, our right-hand side. They collect second ball. Playing it from midfield out to the right-hand side, but behind the winger who's halfway inside his own half. He's had to go back to his own halfway line. Chelsea do well to shuffle across behind the ball to force them back inside their own half. Ben Mee, left-hand side on the halfway line. Plays it forward. Chelsea pressing. Forcing them back inside. They've done well at the minute to work it back out to the right-hand side. Halfway inside our half. Koulibaly goes out to meet them. Byline. Cucurella. Force them inside. Mount doing well defensively. Going backwards, Brentford. Little 10-yard passes. They've actually done a little triangle to get beyond us. Right-hand side now. Cross comes in. Over the defender. My God. Aspi was beaten by Toney. Over his head. Free-header Ismail Mbeumo. And guess what? Kepa falls on it. Free header. He just heads it down. Not back the way it came. Just down where he is. And Kepa point blank saves it. Free header. Completely free header. Azpilicueta just completely over his head. Misses it completely. And Aspi knows as well. And Kepa, he looks Aspi as if to say, got away with that. Anyway, Brentford down our right-hand side again. Our left-hand side. I'm seeing 4 different replays. I cut back to the coverage and they're down the left wing and the cross comes in and Toney, who's just in front of the 6-yard box, tries to flick the ball towards goal and he gets too much on it and it goes 10 yards wide. Koulibaly's with him, to be fair. These TV companies, their coverage, people moan about Sky, but they're better. The best one on TV is Sky. Let's look at 87 replays and then cut back when someone scores. Anyway, Kepa with a long goal kick up towards halfway. Ben Mee free header. No one's near him. Mbeumo. Jorginho's doing well to shut him down. And Chelsea pressing high now. Brentford have played well back inside their own half to keep on the possession. Right hand side of centre. Ball up the line. Koulibaly out there with Onyeka. Koulibaly shoulder barge. Shoulder to shoulder. Falls over. Onyeka's gone down like he's been shot. Referee linesman's bought it. Koulibaly's like, what are you talking about? Kovacic is saying to the linesman, it was like shoulder barge. Thing is, Onyeka's not actually shoulder barged him. He's trying to hold up. He's trying to just he's aware he's coming towards him. But he's gone down like he's been shot. Now he's up and he's fine, by the way. Just let you know, Onyeka doesn't need an ambulance. He's all right. So, it's a Brentford free kick right out on the byline. On our left-hand side, the Brentford right wing, literally right out on the byline. It's 20 yards from goal. Chelsea's defensive line is on the edge of the box. No, it's not. It's on the penalty spot. Brentford with 5 players pushed up on our defensive line. 2 hanging out on the outside of the box, covered by Kovacic and Jorginho. Mason Mount's fronting up the free kick taker. Cross comes in from Aubameyang, left foot, in-swinger, headed away by Broja. Outside the box. Kovacic, well done. He's tracked the ball and tracked the Brentford runner, who's tried to flick it out on the wing, the opposite side, to man up the line, and Kovacic blocks it off. Well done. Brilliant player, Kovacic. So underrated. He's up there with Good Johnson for me. As someone who's underrated, doesn't get the plaudits he deserves for the influence he has. Understated, but absolute brilliant. Same as Good Johnson. We can talk about that after the game in the ChelsDaft pub. Anyway. Brentford throwing, and Jensen's going to take a long one. Got the towel out. Everything's out. Centre half push up. He's gone back towards the stand to take a 10-yard run up, then launch it. Chelsea managed to get the ball away between Azpilicueta, Havertz and Kovacic. Brentford head it back towards goal halfway. Chalobah, good header edge of the box. Ben Mee still there, heads it forward. Kovacic volleys it up towards halfway. They head it back. It's like Wimbledon here. For God's sake. Anyway, the ball's gone back to Brentford. They've gone back to the goalkeeper. So, Brentford on the left-hand side. Play it up the line. They've got a runner. Goes beyond Azpilicueta. But there's Chalobah coming across. Been shut down by Mbeumo. Well done. No nonsense, Chalobah. Just get it away. No drama. And he does. Well done. Brentford throwing. Up our left-hand side. Again, level with our penalty box. And again, the big men come up from the back. Jensen to take another long throw-in. He only reached like the corner of the 6-yard box. He's going to do it again. Another long throw. And he takes it again. Headed away by Havertz. Flicked away by Azpilicueta. Broja falls over. He's trying to hold up the ball. Jorginho under great pressure. Does so well to keep hold of it. Loftus-Cheek comes away with it. Over halfway. He's got Mount outside of him. Finds him. Goes for a run, Loftus-Cheek. Mount tries to find him. But Loftus-Cheek's run was covered off. But the defender panics and just puts the ball out of play. Well done, Chelsea. From deep in our, literally on our byline, all the way up to Brentford's edge of their penalty box. Chelsea throwing. Well done. Graham Potter's got his pad out. Making notes. Chelsea take it short to Havertz. Back to Azpi. Azpi back to Chalobah. Back to Koulibaly now. Koulibaly just inside his own half. Been shut down by Tony. So goes back to Kepa. He's collects it halfway inside of our half. Get rid of it. Plays it to the right hand side to Azpi. Azpi's got Jorginho short inside. He's got Loftus-Cheek. Back to Azpi. Now he launches it high, Azpilicueta. Under pressure to nobody. Broja goes to close it down. Half-hearted. It goes back to the goalkeeper. He's never going to get there, really. But Brentford just roll it out quickly. Back to the defender. Back to the goalkeeper. Asks the centre-backs to split. And they do. Plays it wide right. Edge of his own box. Launching it forward. Chelsea trying to block him in. And we've done well. Cucurella's won it. Mason Mount right out on the byline. Holds it up and goes back to Kovacic. 25 yards out. Havertz, edge of the box. Tries to turn 2 defenders and he can't. He wants too much time, Havertz. He takes a touch. He turns. He wants to take another touch. He's got someone shutting him down. It's happened 4 or 5 times already this game. Chelsea throwing 5 yards away from the corner flag. Cucurella to Kovacic. Does well to hold it up and goes all the way back up the line. Backwards to Koulibaly. Finds Azpi, top of the centre circle. One more wide right is Loftus-Cheek. Trying to play a give and go. Gives the ball away. Defender launches it high. Azpi's underneath it. Heads it up in the air. Loftus-Cheek, free header. Trying to find Broja. Can't. They clear it away. Tony up against Koulibaly. Him and Mbeumo cross wires for once. Chelsea win back possession on halfway. Jorginho. Loftus-Cheek. Flick ball inside to Havertz, who's got some space. Havertz. Square is Kovacic. Top of the centre circle. Akers. Cucurella's Akers outside of him. Kovacic, ball over the top, looking for a runner. Mason Mount, too high. The ball was too high. Mason Mount can only try and volley it by the byline, back across goal. Can't reach it. I think you might change Mount because he's doing well, man. He's making his runs, but he's been playing non-stop. I'm going to get burnout. Anyway, 56 minutes gone. Brentford, last 5 minutes, 87% possession. Tells you the story. Raya, goal kick over halfway. Tony wins it, flicks it forward. Mbeumo lays it off. It's on Onyeka, and he plays out to the right-hand side. 10 yards inside of our half. Onyeka goes up the line. Trying to flick it away, and Koulibaly's covered it off. Mbeumo to take the throw-in. Come on now. Brentford throwing, level with our edge of our penalty box, right-hand side, our left-hand side. Again, another big throw. Again, everyone gets in the box. Chelsea need to defend this. What Chelsea need to do is tell Broja to go and stand on the halfway line and take 2 defenders away with him. They take the throw in short to Mbeumo. They don't launch it inside the box. If Chelsea win this back, we can break. They've actually played 1-2s, edge of the box. Shot comes in, blocked off by Koulibaly. They went short with a throw-in, play it back to the throw-in taker, play it back to the midfielder who dinks it back inside, and they were unmarked inside of our box, and we've come out to meet them. And we've done well to block it off. Between Havertz, Cucurella and Koulibaly, Brentford corner from our left-back position. Their right-hand side. Another dangerous set piece. 6 players on the penalty spot again for Brentford. Cross comes in low. Evades everybody. Comes out to the back of the box. Ben Mee has to come outside the box to collect it. Jorginho comes out to meet him. He goes back. And they just give the ball away. We're going to keep it alive. They don't. Azpilicueta and Onyeka. Onyeka falls over again, by the way. Just in case you're wondering. He's not stood up. He's not been on the floor for a while. Every little bit of contact, the geezer falls over. They're taking him off. Is it Onyeka coming off? Yeah, they're taking him off. And just so you know, he's up on his feet to be substituted. He's not had to be dragged on the floor. Frank Onyeka, shame on you, mate. Just stand up and be counted in this game. You go for a shoulder barge, just expect it and give it back. Don't just sit there and go, whoa, and just fall over every time. Right, Baptiste is on for Brentford. Chelsea goal kick. Kepa has got a 2 centre-back split each side of him. Edge of the 6-yard box, both sides. Koulibaly left. Chalobah on the right-hand side. Jorginho's orchestrated from inside the D outside the penalty box. Brentford push right up on the edge of our box. Kepa says push up and just launches it halfway. Broja. Or Mason Mount goes to meet it. We can't. Kovacic plays the ball forward and Brentford try to get the ball away. Just about get it away from Havertz's run. Aspie deep inside of our half. Heads it away up at the halfway line. Brentford collect the ball and come inside. Halfway again. Go back to the defensive line inside their own half. Mbeumo drops off the forward line to collect the ball, and he does. Top of the centre circle inside of our half. Comes one more wide left. Jensen. Baptiste collects it. Ball comes out to our right wing and tries to look for the run inside the box, and well done. Loftus-Cheek. And again, Kai Havertz turns with the ball at his feet and turns back into trouble again, Kai Havertz. Honestly, they broke inside of our penalty box and Aspie's up to get the ball away. And Aspie's after Havertz here. So come on. He collects it and he wants time to turn away again. Havertz, what are you doing? Come on, mate. Get a grip of yourself. 4 times he's done that, and every time he's been caught. So, changes are being made. 3 changes. Chukwuemeka's getting a run. Sterling and Pulisic. So, Cucurella's coming off. Is that a switch to a back 4? Cucurella and Mason Mount are coming off. Pulisic and Carney Chukwuemeka's on. Big chance for Chukwuemeka to make a stand. He's got half hour to impress here. He scored 2 in the behind closed door friendly. And Sterling's coming on for Broja. Yeah. Sterling's up front. Broja, well done, mate. You worked hard for an hour. You feel as though Graham Potter's gone, okay, let's up the ante now. Let's make a change and freshen up for half an hour. Maybe change the formation. I'll let you know. But bearing in mind, we've done this when Brentford has still got a corner to take, which is not the best time to do it. Jensen's over it from our right back position. Get the ball away. Get organised and get the ball away. Takes it short to Mbeumo. Back to hit. Back to the corner taker. Back to the back post. Big header away from Chalobah. Well done. Comes out to the right-hand side. Level edge of our box. Cross comes in. Deflected. Chukwuemeka does really well. He tries to... Oh, it's gone out for a corner. Kepa tried to keep it in play. Unlucky. Kepa and Zanka having words. Because he wouldn't release the ball in time. So, Chelsea got plenty of height in this box now. Plenty of height. Chukwuemeka's a tall boy. So, the referee's pulled Zanka to have a word with him about argy-bargy with Kepa. The referee said, did you not see him against Aston Villa? What it is he knocked the ball out of Kepa's hands and Kepa didn't like it and pushed him away. Anyway, Brentford corner from our left wing, their right-hand side. Cross comes in, deep towards the back post. Well done, Chalobah again. Cross is driven away and then Pulisic just blasts it up towards halfway. Chelsea breaking out. I'll let you know the formation as soon as I can see it when the game's been played. Not in our defensive third. So they play it forward and Chukwuemeka collects a loose ball. He's driving forward, Chukwuemeka. Keep going, mate. Over halfway. He's got Havertz to his right and he finds him. He had to stop. Collect the ball behind him. Chukwuemeka inside the box right-hand side. Tries to square it to Pulisic, who's on the penalty spot. Blocked off, but he kept hold of the ball. Well done. Well done, Carney. I'm going to call him that. It's much easier. I'm a trainer for a living. I do training. I talk all day and I'm not going to try and say his name. Anyway, it's come out to Pulisic. Edge of the box. He's had a shot blocked off by Ben Mee. They've tried to clear it. It's come to the halfway line. Chalobah, outstanding today, finds Koulibaly. Wide left is Sterling, right out on the byline. Kovacic, Jorginho. Aspie's wide right, so he's given the ball. 25 yards from goal. Outside of him, Loftus-Cheek. Aspie. Out to Chalobah. Square, top of the centre circle. Inside their half is Koulibaly. Thinks about going left, but goes back right and gives it away. Brentford with Baptiste looking to take on Aspie and goes round him. Then they give it away to Pulisic, who plays it off a defender. Well done, Pulisic. Chelsea throw in halfway inside their half. Smash the like button, people. As many of you as possible. 196 of you watching. Subscribe to the channel too. The best place to get the commentary on Chelsea games. Loftus-Cheek rides the challenge and goes inside to Kovacic. Halfway inside their half. Plays it left inside the centre to Koulibaly. He's got Sterling on the byline. Gives it to me. He says, give me the ball even. Sterling drifts inside. Shut down by Mbeumo, so goes back to Chalobah. Jorginho, top of the centre, so he's got time to take hold of the ball. Havertz. Jorginho's got loads of time. He flicks it forward to Havertz, who's looking to flick it to Chukwuemeka, and it goes straight through to the goalkeeper. He can't get involved, really, Havertz. Come on, man. Come on. We got 65 minutes gone. 25 minutes to go to get a winner here. I'll take a scrappy 1-0 all day long. Raya, the keeper, rolls it out to his defender and gets it back. Been shut down by Havertz, who's playing through the middle, Kai Havertz. Chukwuemeka's playing on the left-hand side, number 10. And Pulisic's playing on the right. And Sterling's the wing-back, left-hand side. Chelsea win back possession, find Havertz on the byline to hold the ball up. He's going to get straight back to Brentford. They mop up, deep inside their own half. So Sterling's playing left wing-back. He's playing literally defensively at the moment, back inside his own half. So, they're on the halfway line. They've gone backwards to find some space, Brentford. Chelsea pushed up to halfway. Yeah, so Chukwuemeka and Pulisic are supporting Havertz for the middle. Ball over the top. In behind Sterling. Stand up. Cross comes in high. Out of play. On the run. Can't keep it in play. Chelsea goal kick. Obviously, from playing that position, Raheem Sterling, he's got to do some defensive work. But you want him to be in a forward position. So they're focusing on him now, Sterling. He's literally hugging the byline. Right out there wide. Aubameyang's warming up as well now. That'll be Havertz off for Aubameyang. Probably about 5 minutes' time. Anyway, Kepa's goal kick up to halfway, right-hand side. Free header for Ben Mee. Baptiste tries to turn Jorginho. Well done, Jorginho. And then Ben Mee goes flying in on Jorginho on the halfway line. 6-1, I think. They've gone back to the goalkeeper. Referee gave nothing. Raya turns Havertz dangerously well, but finds the midfielder. Kovacic is after him, forced him backwards. Chukwuemeka goes to shut him down. Up to halfway, Mbeumo. They've got a runner. Baptiste back out to Mbeumo. He's in behind Koulibaly. Chalobah comes across the edge of the box. Thank God for us, a lack of communication. He plays it forward and Baptiste stopped his run. Gone straight through to Kepa. Thank God. Anyway, seeing Thomas Frank back to the game, talking to his coaching staff. Back to the actual coverage of the football itself. And Koulibaly up to halfway to Havertz. Holds off the defender, does well. Lays it off to Kovacic, left back position. Halfway inside of our half. Finds Jorginho. Shut down back to Kovacic. Kovacic driving up towards halfway. Flicks it back to Jorginho. Under pressure. Has to turn back towards his own goal and go back to Koulibaly. He switches it high to Azpilicueta. He's got time to chest it down. Pulisic drops in front of him, says, give me the ball. Pulisic turns and runs. Finds Havertz. Good first touch. Second touch. Great shot. Great save from the goalkeeper. Palms the ball away. Brentford clear it forward to our halfway line. Chalobah finds Jorginho. One more Sterling wide left. Comes back on his right foot. Back to Kovacic. Halfway inside their half. Left to centre. Sterling. He's got 3 defenders in front of him, so thinks twice about dribbling forward and goes inside. Jorginho. Pulisic. Turns away from the challenge. Drives towards the edge of the box. Outside of him is Loftus-Cheek. Poor first touch. Does well to keep on the possession. Aspi. Jorginho. Inside to Pulisic. Inside the penalty box, but he's just crowded out of it. He's gone down, but there's nothing in it. Then Brentford play it forward. 1-2s. Mbeumo away. Kovacic coming forward. He's trying to shoot over Kepa from distance. Kepa's read it. Got back onto his 6-yard box. Just chest it down as if to say, you can't beat me. You've not watched me against Aston Villa. Anyway. Chelsea have possession up on a halfway line. Chukwuemeka drops deep. Says, give me the ball left-hand side. Then stops, turns back and gives it to Kovacic. 10 yards inside their half. Brentford's got everyone behind the ball defensively. 4-4-2 formation. 5-3-2, formation defensively. Chelsea go back to the halfway line. Chalobah, Koulibaly. Back to Chalobah. Forced backwards by Mbeumo. Back to Kepa. Puts his foot on the ball outside his D of the penalty box. And now good ball. Finds Sterling. Absolute 30 yards of space. Sterling. They're backing off. Havertz makes a run in front. Pulisic collects it dead centre, 25 yards out. Holds it up for too long. Aspi says, give me it square. Gives it to him. Aspi's going to shoot. Aspi drives it low. Blocked away by Ben Mee. They half clear it. Comes out to Chalobah. Finds Kovacic, left-hand side of centre. Halfway inside their half. He has to flick it backwards to Jorginho to go to the right-hand side to Aspi. Back to Jorginho. Trying to find a first-time pass out to Loftus-Cheek. Jorginho's done well to win the ball back. Referee's, for God's sake, the referee's blown up. Jorginho's given a good old reaction as if to say that's absolute nonsense. I think Havertz might be coming off, but Havertz, great play. Back to goal. Collects with 2 defenders around him. Great first touch, take away the first one. Drifts wide of the second one and gets his shot away early. The goalkeeper had to react, and he did. Push the ball away. They're showing the Pulisic drive into the box where he goes down. I don't think it's a free kick or penalty. Anyway, it cuts back to play, and Brentford have just blasted the ball out of play. Kovacic have words with the referee. Referees have none of it. Chelsea throw-in. Deep inside our own half. Aspi to take it. He's got Pulisic up the line. And Loftus-Cheek. Pulisic drops deep. Gives him the ball. Plays it forward. Straight off Pulisic out of play for throw-in. Pulisic said, I'll help you, mate. Said, yeah, I'll give you the ball back. Just play it off me. That's what he did. Brentford throwing taken quickly up the line, left-hand side. First time cross deep over everyone, and there's Sterling defensively. Hooks it away. Then they give it back to him. Chukwuemeka has gone down, Sterling, off the ball. Referee says he was caught by Mbeumo. Definitely was caught. The Brentford fans in that stand over there are saying, you're joking. Another change for Brentford. I think Wissa's coming on. Is that Mumbremo coming off? It is. The workhorse. What a player he is, by the way. Talk about unsung, this bloke. Tony gets the headlines, but this bloke, Mumbremo, is outstanding. What a player he is. Right, he's coming off. So, come on, Chelsea. We've got ourselves 20 minutes plus injury time to go. Plenty of time. There's always going to be a tough game here. Always a tough game. There's another change for Brentford as well. Jensen's coming off, the long throw-in taker. He's coming off. Who's coming on? Matthias Jensen's off. And Josh De Silva's coming on. Anyway, Chelsea got a free kick deep inside their own half. Left-hand side. Koulibaly's going to take it. He launches it high. Looking for a havertz over the top. Easy for Brentford to just defend and play up the line. Deep inside their own half. And Sterling up against the defender. Well done. Does really well. Fronts him up. They try to take him up the line. He just stands there. And he just sort of stands there and sort of just leans in. Defender can't get round him. Out of play. Halfway line. Chelsea throwing. Taken quickly to Jorginho. Goes back to Kovacic. Plays a square pass to Aspi. Right inside the centre. Goes one more to Loftus-Cheek. Now they press. Loftus-Cheek tries to find Pulisic. They get inside. They actually flick it away, but straight to Loftus-Cheek. Cross comes in. Loftus-Cheek is just over the head of Havertz. Sterling's going to collect it by the corner flag. Comes back on his right foot. Step over. Beats the defender. Lays it off. Back to the edge of the box to Kovacic. One more. Jorginho shoots. Blocked off by Wissa. Comes back to Koulibaly. Halfway inside their half. Dead centre. Left-hand side is Kovacic. Then Sterling. Little 5-yard balls. Looking for Havertz over the top to hold the ball. They head it away. Chukwuemeka driving forward to the byline. Unlucky. Brilliant from Carney. Outstanding run. Brilliant run from him. Excellent. They head the ball away. Edge of the box. He takes one touch and drives to the byline. Gets there. Crosses it in, but the goalkeeper's actually stepped in front of his near post and got down to just collect the ball. He's still got hold of it in his hands, by the way. Now he launches it. Aspi's up there with Tony, can't win it. They win second ball. Chalobah, fouled. It isn't. The referee says play on. Wissa, man inside the box, left-hand side, shoots into side netting. They're claiming it's a corner. It's never a corner in a million years. Never, ever. Who's that? Is it the left wing back? Chalobah got caught and went down. Referee says play on. Wissa spins going down. He plays its left-hand side. Aspi, great tackle. It was a great tackle from Aspi. Deflected wide. And it's definitely a corner. But they're giving a goal kick. Brilliant from Azpilicueta. Who just does that thing where he just keeps quiet. Walks back. Chelsea goal kick with Kepa. Launches it again. To this right-hand side. High. Loftus-Cheek goes up with Ben Mee. Doesn't win it, but the ball goes over the both of them. Pulisic collects it byline. Plays it inside to Jorginho. Kovacic, one more at Sterling, wide left. He's got Sterling with 10 yards of space. Give and go with Chukwuemeka. Overplays it, but Sterling does well to win it back. Gets it back from Kovacic. Dead centre of the pitch. Halfway inside their half. Back Jorginho. One more to Aspi. Inside is Pulisic. 25 yards from goal. Sterling, edge of the D. Dead centre. Tries to find him again. Blocked off. Back to Kovacic. Shoots low down. Drills wide. Deflected. Chelsea corner. Come on. Come on, Chelsea. Let's get the goal here. Chelsea too static up front at the minute. Put Aubameyang on. Last 10 minutes. So Chelsea corner from our left wing. First corner of the game for Chelsea. Sterling's going to take it right-footed. Jorginho and Pulisic are inside the 6-yard box. Aspi's on the penalty spot. Everybody else is making a late run. Goes to the back post. Nobody's there. They head it away and Tony comes away with the ball, trying to dribble out. He's gone beyond Sterling. Now he's got to try and beat Kovacic. Doesn't. He plays off the Chelsea defender. Brentford throwing halfway inside their own half. Come on, Chelsea. Come on. We can do this. Keep the faith. Brentford throwing. taking up the line. Kovacic steps in to win it. Flicks it to Carney. Great one touch, two touch. They nip in front of him. It comes to Loftus-Cheek. Centre circle. Lays it off to Azpilicueta. Plays it back out to Loftus-Cheek. He's got to do it all by himself. Two defenders around him. He's driving forward up the line. Holds the ball up. Does well. Inside to Pulisic. Defender comes across. He holds him up. Goes back to Azpi. Chalobah. Back to Koulibaly. Just the left-hand side of the centre circle. Driving forward now. Rudiger style. Finds Havertz. Kovacic. There's a runner. Chukwuemeka's gone down inside the box. Koulibaly went down outside the box. Nothing's been given for either. Goal kick to Brentford. Chukwuemeka, the defender's played the man, not the ball. He's literally, as Chukwuemeka's running into the penalty box, Roslev, whatever his name is, has literally just looked at him and just did that to him. The ball's over here. VAR, where are you? Is it Stevie Wonder on VAR today? Anyway, Raya takes a long goal kick over halfway. Aspi's underneath it with Tony. Can't win it. But eventually we do get it away with Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek up the byline to Pulisic. Turns away from one. Inside to Havertz and goes again. And Pulisic's away from Ben Mee. Pulisic driving forward. Right hand side of the penalty box. Comes back inside. Plays it square looking for Havertz. Defender steps in and gets a big foot in to take it away from Havertz. And the goalkeeper collects the ball. Deary me. Well done, Pulisic, though. He should have crossed it first time, but he brought it back inside on his right foot. He tried to play it square on the penalty spot to Chukwuemeka or Havertz, and they just nipped in front. Anyway, goal kick, taken long. Offside Brentford. Chelsea free kick, bottom of the centre circle, inside of our half. We take it short to Kovacic square. Chukwuemeka in the number 10 role. Left-hand side of centre. Outside of him is Sterling, playing left wing-back, by the way. Anyway, Sterling gets the ball back, strides inside off the byline, goes back just inside of our half to Koulibaly. Doesn't want to go back to Kepa, so goes square, long ball to Azpi. Good first touch inside of Pulisic. Turns Ben Mee. Pulisic's got two runners to the left of him. One of them Sterling, edge of the box, left-hand side. Flicks it to Carney Chukwuemeka. Does really well with those long legs of him to beat the defender to the ball. Gets to the byline, holds it up, back to Sterling. Looking for a ball. He's doing this. Who's going to show for the ball? It has P in the box and Havertz. He's gone backwards to go forwards. Jorginho, Kovacic, 1-2s. Kovacic tries to play it forwards. Got Baptiste right in his Baptiste. Down, and the referee blows up because he's down onto his Baptistes. Honestly. Chelsea just trying to walk it in again. Get Aubameyang on. Let's see. I know he got it in his stomach, not his Baptistes. Winded him. So it should be a drop ball. Right, he's coming on Aubameyang. Graham Potter listens to me. He listened to me against Aston Villa. He's done it again with Aubameyang. Who's coming on? Is it Havertz? Making a change now. It's Havertz off. Havertz is coming off. Aubameyang, get your goal, mate. Give us the win. Aubameyang, Havertz has sort of grown. He's done well in moments, but for the most part, he keeps turning back into trouble. Come on, Auba. So, Chelsea's drop ball, given straight to Kovacic. Brentford let him have the ball and go back to Koulibaly. Ball over top to Aubameyang. First touch, tries to find Sterling, runs off him. Brentford are alive to it and get the ball away. Great link up the two of them anyway. Play it up to the byline. It's gone out of play for Chelsea throw-in. 5 yards inside of our half. Brentford trying to just nick the ball away. Jorginho still moaning at the referee. He's like, I haven't got a new contract, so I want more money. I'm frustrated, man. Anyway, 25% he wants. He wants parity with Azpi. He's having a laugh. Anyway, up the line, as Aubameyang, great first touch, finds Sterling, square, Loftus-Cheek, outside the box. Finds Pulisic, who's come out to his right-hand side of the penalty box. They're just standing there waiting for him to play the ball. He does to the back post, dinks it away. They head it away to Chukwuemeka. Kovacic, left-hand side of the penalty box. Turns away, shoots from distance. High over the bar. Unlucky. Brentford defending deep in numbers here. But Aubameyang's come on. Great two first touches. Linking the play. Deary me. Come on. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Smash the like button for me, people. Subscribe to the channel. Come on. 8 minutes to go. Ryan to take it. To launch it up over halfway, and he does. Underneath it. Chalobah. He can't get there. And they've won second ball. Tony's in. Kepa comes out. Great save from Kepa at his feet. Drives him wide. The cross comes in again. Not cleared. They run onto it. 3 players. Chelsea do well defensively to drive them outside away from the box. Ben Mee up the line. Cross comes in towards the back post. Big header away from Koulibaly. Sterling finds Aubameyang and he's away Aubameyang. Sterling through the middle. Aubameyang's driving out the left-hand side and he's on his bike. Left wing he's going. They can't stay with him. Aubameyang. Left side of the penalty box. Cross comes in towards the back post. Half cleared. And the midfielder gets back in and gets the ball away. Well done, Kepa. As the ball fell to Ivan Toney inside the penalty box, he collects it on the edge. He takes one touch, which is too much away from goal. Kepa comes out his feet, 6-yard box and blocks his shot. Anyway, Chelsea possession, high inside their half again. Aspi, 30 yards from goal, right hand side of centre. Out wide is Loftus-Cheek. 2-touch, 3-touch. Gets it out of his feet. Turns back inside. Pulisic, edge of the penalty box. Dink ball over the top from Kovacic. Pulisic tries to flick it towards goal. Deflected away. Jorginho keeps it alive. They clear it away again. Aspi says, give it to me. Koulibaly. Kovacic, halfway inside their half. Finds Jorginho. Jorginho, he's got Kovacic to his left. They got 7 players on the edge of their box, Brentford. Kovacic to Aspi. Working them from side to side, Chelsea. Pulisic, right-hand side, outside the penalty box. Outside to Loftus-Cheek, back to Aspi. They're pressing to shut us down, and well done. He's flicked it away from the challenge to find Chalobah. Going back to go forward. Kovacic. Sterling wide left, being shut down, has to go backwards. Kovacic, seen plenty of the ball, him and Jorginho. Into the feet of Aubameyang. Sterling's in, left-hand side. I can't get it out of his feet, and as he does, his shot's blocked away at the death, and they get the ball away. Great link up from Aubameyang and Sterling once again. Absolute class, Aubameyang. Chelsea keep it alive. Inside their half. Koulibaly right on the halfway line. Chukwuemeka drops deep and says, give it to me. Gives it to Kovacic. Kovacic, ball over the top, looking for Sterling inside the box. They've got to get it away because it's deflected up in the air. They head it away. Koulibaly's going to take the throw in. Halfway inside their half. No foul throw. Koulibaly says, hold on. Somebody else got to take it. I don't like this ball. Jorginho and somebody else just fell over. Brentford players just run into Jorginho. Aubameyang, great first touch against Sterling. He takes 1 touch, 2 touch. He tries to get on his left foot. What a tackle by Zakaria. Zakaria, he plays for us. Zanka. He may as well play for them. He can't get a game for us, can he? Anyway, Chelsea trying to take. It's still Koulibaly to take it. He goes short to Jorginho. Gets it back on the byline, Koulibaly. 30 yards from goal. Great first touch backwards to Kovacic. Pulisic drops deep to say, give me the ball. Dead centre. One more is Loftus-Cheek. Up against Rico Henry. Comes inside. Jorginho. Loftus-Cheek. Back to goal. Back to Jorginho. Aspi. Back to Aspi. Chalobah. Well done. Brentford are harassing, pressing, but we're playing around them. Kovacic's got acres of space. Left-hand side of centre. 30 yards from goal. Jorginho. Dead centre. Aspi. Runners in the box. One of them's Aubameyang and Pulisic. Headed away only as far as Chukwuemeka. Carney, I'm going to call him, or Chuck. Kovacic now. Again, same position. Right-hand side of centre. Left-hand side of centre. Sorry, Aspi. Loftus-Cheek, right-hand side of the penalty box on the corner. Cross comes in deflected. Jorginho keeps it alive, but it's fouled. Referee says, no, he isn't. Play on, and this is breaking. They got a 3-on-3 situation going on, but Chelsea getting back in now. Now they've got a runner. Sterling does really well to do it, to hold off the challenge and come away with the ball, Sterling. Well done, over halfway. He's got Aubameyang wide left on the byline, gives it to him. Brentford got 6-7 players behind the ball. Aubameyang comes across from left to right, shoots low down to the goalkeeper's right-hand side. Goalkeeper's alive to it, gets down and saves it. Lucky Aubameyang. Needs to go the other corner, not near post. Still time. 86 minutes plus injury time. At least 2 or 3 minutes. We're all good. Ryan's taking his time. Launches it high. Underneath it, Chalobah, it's Aspi with Tony. They both let it go over their head. Chalobah takes it down to Loftus-Cheek, finds Aspi, squares Jorginho. Now there's Kovacic. Bottom of the centre circle, moving forward. Brentford backing off. Koulibaly's on the run outside of him. Plays the ball forward, looking for a run of Aubameyang. They clear it away to Baptiste, but Kovacic steps in and wins it. Well done, Kovacic. Sterling's to his left. Sterling looking for somebody outside. Hasn't got one to go square to Loftus-Cheek. 10 yards outside the box. Loftus-Cheek cross is blocked. Second opportunity. One more wide right is Aspi. Edge of the box. Back inside Loftus-Cheek. Jorginho. Everyone's behind the ball for Brentford. Everyone. Jorginho. They've got 6 lined up on the edge of their box. We can't find space, which is why we're doing what we're doing. 10 yards in, 10 yards out, backwards. Need to make the pitch big. Koulibaly, halfway line. Chalobah. Aspi. Jorginho. Feints to pass it and plays it inside to Carney. Turns. Finds Pulisic wide right. Comes inside. A little bit of space for Pulisic. Driving across the box. Edge of the box. Kovacic. Turns it onto his right foot. Shot blocked again. Everyone's back defending for Brentford. Koulibaly steps on. Launches the ball over the top to Loftus-Cheek, who sort of... What's he done? He's gone down like he's landed on his ankle, but he's all right. He's getting up. Sterling's got the ball wide left. 25 yards out. A runner, Pulisic, tries to find him. They head it away to Chukwuemeka. Heads it back towards Sterling. They get it away. Jorginho mops up. Chalobah, well done. Halfway back out to Koulibaly. Looking for a cross inside to Aubameyang. Half cleared to Loftus-Cheek. Jorginho, dead centre, 30 yards from goal. Kovacic looking for the feet of Aubameyang. Can't get it blocked. Finds Pulisic. Pulisic shoots from distance. Blocked. Punched away by Raya. Just evades Aubameyang. Pulisic driving towards the... He drove towards the byline left-hand side and all he had to do was pull it back, but he played it straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Brilliant shot from Pulisic though. The goalkeeper was alive to it. Just sort of slaps it away. And fortunately for him, Aubameyang was on it, just away from him. Anyway, Brentford possession now. Inside their own half. They're looking tired. They launch it forward. Tony lays the ball off. They got a runner. They got one over as well. Koulibaly's going to get there. He does. Great sliding challenge to win it. He's been caught off the ball, but he's found Carney. Chukwuemeka evades the challenge and does well to hold the ball up on the halfway line. Then he's fouled for a second time. Then the referee blows up and says it is a free kick on the edge of the centre circle. Is he all right? He's done well, Chukwuemeka. He's really impressed me since he's come on. He's a real presence in the middle of that midfield. He really is. Anyway, he's all right. He's up. I think he got stepped on as the player sort of went backwards and accidentally fell on him. A Brentford player's down with cramp, just to waste some time. So Chelsea's free kick will literally be top of the centre circle, inside their half. Kovacic to take it, and he goes backwards to Chalobah to go forwards to Aspi. Jorginho. Brentford look a bit stretched at the minute. Let's get it wide and get in the box. We go wide to Koulibaly. 4 minutes of added time. Halfway inside their half. Back to Kovacic. Out wide to Aspi. Inside to Jorginho. Aspi to the right-hand side. Loftus-Cheek's beyond him. Finds him. No option, really. Aspi. Back inside to Chalobah. Switch the play to Sterling. Back inside to Kovacic. Jorginho. Back to the right to Aspi. Again, we're having to come back inside again. There's no option. He finds Loftus-Cheek. He's got 2 defenders around him. Pulisic drops to give me the ball. Now Aspi, right-hand side. Cross comes in towards the penalty spot. Away by Brentford. Out to Aspi. He's going to let it go out for a throw-in. 3 minutes of added time to go. Another change. Godos is coming on for Brentford. Who's coming off? Where it always went down with cramp is coming off for Brentford. Killing time. Janel is coming off. Godos is coming on. He's telling him, take your time coming off. He's just done that. Take your time coming off. Kepa's done well with his saves again. He's man of the match again, Kepa, for some reason. He's made 2 good saves, but he's done well. So, still about 3 minutes of injury time to go. We're in the 91st minute. So the ball goes back to Chalobah. Koulibaly centre circle. Plays it wide right. Trying to find Loftus-Cheek. They head the ball away. Then Azpilicueta and Jorginho trying to win it. We don't. On the byline. Just played for by Da Silva. Straight into the arms of Kepa. Kepa rolls it to his right to Chalobah. They go to shut him down with Tony. One more is Azpi. Inside Jorginho. Finds Loftus-Cheek. Under pressure. Steps in front of the challenge from Rico Henry. Falls over. Referee gives a free kick. Loftus-Cheek throws, just pushes Henry out of the way. Azpi takes it back to Chalobah. Chalobah square to Koulibaly. Koulibaly back to Chalobah. Been shut down and pressed, and he launches it high up to halfway. Pulisic, great first touch, controls it. Loftus-Cheek. Rise 2 challenges. Well done, Loftus-Cheek. He's away. Over halfway. Left-hand side is Kante. Finds him. He's got Kovacic to his left. Kovacic finds Sterling. Edge of the box, left-hand side. Sterling back onto his right foot. Blocked off. Comes right again. Ball over the top, looking for a run of Pulisic. The tallest player in the box, Pulisic, and he can't get there for the header, funnily enough. It sort of gets to a point where it gets to the edge of the box, and then we sort of, because they've got so many players defensively, sitting deep, it just all falls apart. There's no incisive first-time ball in between the line or in between defenders. Anyway, the goalkeeper launches it forward. Free header for Chalobah. He finds Jorginho. Loftus-Cheek, over halfway, launches it high, looking for Aubameyang. Can't win the header, but they head it away as far as Kovacic. Left-hand side of centre, halfway inside their half. Finds Pulisic, edge of the box. Carney Chukwuemeka's to his left. Loses possession, but wins it back. Kovacic. Again, Pulisic, edge of the box. Hold on for challenge. Gives it straight to Brentford. Brentford get the ball away. Long ball over the top, looking for Tony to run onto it. Kepa comes out, collects it. Oh, dearie me. Nearly made a mistake. Nearly. Got it caught between his feet. Tony couldn't get on it, and he just flicked it away from him last minute. Bloody hell. Got a touch on the Mendes. Anyway, Chelsea coming forward. Carney, left-hand side of the penalty box. Drives it. Goalkeeper gets out and just denies it. All he had to do was square it. He had someone on the back post. I can't think who it was. Kovacic plays the ball. Defender gets his feet completely wrong. It goes in between his legs. Chukwuemeka. Is it a shot or a cross? It's a shot. Aubameyang's far post. He's shot Carney, and the goalkeeper saved it low down. Chelsea corner. Unlucky. It's been good, Chukwuemeka. I like him. Potter and his Chelsea staff are up. Corner for Chelsea. Left-hand side. In-swinger from Sterling. Towards the penalty spot. Half cleared. Then it's blasted away. 30 seconds over added time. Focus on the referee. Kovacic launches it high into the box to nobody. Ben Mee just heads it away. No penalty. They're saying about a penalty here. No, it hit the defender on his thigh, not his arm. Chelsea claiming a penalty, and it wasn't. I don't know. They're on the thigh. It is on the thigh. Chelsea are asking him to check it. It's a penalty. The game's finished. It's over 0-0. Yeah, it's finished 0-0. Game's over. But the Chelsea bench are insinuating or insisting that the game, that it's a penalty. Anyway, the game's over. 0-0. So, it's a game where Chelsea struggled to break them down because defensively they lined up with five players with 3 players in front of them as soon as we got forward, and they were able to get people back behind the ball. 8 players defending in front of their, just above, in front of their penalty box. Chelsea struggled to break them down. What we'd say with Chelsea is that we literally get forward, we get to the final third, and it stops because the play's a little bit too slow. We're not direct enough. The times we got in the left-hand side, Carney and Pulisic a couple of times, we had opportunities to pull the ball back, to put it towards the penalty spot. And we don't. We're literally going square, and it's easy for Brentford to defend against. But Man United have scored, have they? They beaten Tottenham. Let's have a look. Scores as they are tonight. Let's have a look here. So, United have scored. Liverpool beat West Ham. Chelsea drew 0-0. Southampton beat Bournemouth 1-0. Newcastle beat Everton 1-0. United have scored. Fred has scored at the 87th minute against Tottenham. No. 47th minute. They kicked off later, didn't they? Man United have beaten Tottenham with about half hour to go. So, people, it's always going to be a tough game against Brentford. They're so defensively sound. They defend deep in numbers. They rely on the front two workhorses up front in Tony and Mbeumo to create something, to then try and get them and support them. But everybody else in that team is pretty much just to not let anything go past them, to sit and defend deep. And that's what they did. And unfortunately, Chelsea couldn't break them down today, but we had some chances. We did have some chances, some good chances, and unfortunately, we didn't take them. So, it is disappointing. Of course, it's a little bit disappointing, but we keep our unbeaten run going. Kepa's got another clean sheet, made a good couple of saves. Fair play to Kepa. So, it's a point. I know people say, oh, it's drop points and all this sort of stuff, but let's have a look at the standings. So, the Premier League table looks at the moment. Chelsea are 4th, 20 points. Man United are up to just behind us if they win this game on 19 points. Tottenham are above us, Man City, and obviously the Arsenal. How many points have Tottenham got? They got 23. I think they got 23. So we've missed the opportunity to try and close the gap on them, but we still have a game in hand. So if the Man United and the beat Tottenham, that score stays the same, then we're all good. But frustrating game of football on the night. But like I say, I like the fact that we're changing things with Potter. I like the fact that he's not afraid to make some attacking changes and try and go for the game. And we did have some little chances there. And we've got to be positive. It's much better than we were playing when it was just the way it was. We knew we were just going to keep playing the same way. No real changes. So Brentford are very hard to beat. And I'll just take that. I'll take that result. I don't think it's that bad. Obviously, ideally, of course, you want to win the game. Of course you do. But exactly, Terry, we were much more threatening for the second half. We were much more threatening than we were in the first half. They started off really well, first 20 minutes. We grew into it 25 minutes. The one thing that I want you to note, though, I said to you at half time that after that final 10 minutes of the game, where it was obvious that Broja had the beating of Ben Mee, I didn't see the ball over top for Broja again, which is scandalous, really. Scandalous. But so, what's time now? It's 9:30. We'll keep going until 10 o'clock. The ChelsDaft pub is open. We can talk about the game. We can talk about anything you want to talk about when it comes to Chelsea. We can talk about Chelsea old, Chelsea new, Chelsea current. So, over to you, people. I'll try and read out as many as I can. Bye, Jane. Thank you very much for popping in again and for watching and your support. Thank you very much. I need 9 more likes for 150. Come on, people. Smash the like button for me. So, look, Brentford got turned over by Newcastle away up north at Newcastle. In their own ground, they very rarely get turned over. So, just have to just accept the game as it was. We were hard to break down. We couldn't really do it. So, we tried. Created some good chances, but let's just take it as it is. Another clean sheet, even, and another. Graham Potter keeps his unbeaten run going, and we're going to move on to Man United on Saturday night, which I'll be here for doing live match commentary. The 5:30 kickoff on Saturday. Big game, that one. Let's have a look at the feedback I'm getting from my mates. Fair result. Midfield is a problem. We know that already. Pulisic and Chuck will make a good sub. Thought Kepa will to cheap outstanding again. Yes, we'll take that. We'll take that. So, people, let me know. So, So Messi said, I think it's all walk the ball. I think it's all this walk the ball in. Why don't someone just have a crack? I think Broja should have stayed on and Kai off, but it's just a point. Yeah, maybe exactly. Take Havertz off and keep Broja on. Good shout. Daniel Havertz needs to be dropped next game. So Hab says Chalobah, Kepa and Pulisic were our best 3 players. I think you're right. Pulisic, I think it was dangerous. I don't think he was one of the best players on the pitch. I'll put my fan on. A bit warm in here now. A little bit warm. So, keep having you say people on the game and anything else to do with Chelsea you want to talk about. We'll keep this stream going for a while, for another half an hour or so. So, subscribers, is this the first time you've watched my commentary? If it is, what do you think? Hopefully you enjoy it. Daniel says he thinks it was a penalty in the Chelsea game. Well, you hope that VAR look at stuff like that and give it, but they don't, do they? They didn't. So, 3 more likes, people, for 150. Jaburi Joe, Chukwuemeka did well when he came on. He did do well. The only criticism you got is that just lift his head up. That final chance was in the left-hand side. But, of course, he's thinking make a statement, glory, have a shot, rather than look across the edge of the penalty box, or the 6-yard box where Aubameyang's running in. Paul, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. Terry says it's what you expected. Brentford are a very well coached and organised team. They are. I added the word organised because it sounded better. No disrespect. They are a very well coached team. Come, whatever you say, people, come and get involved. Let me know you thought of the commentary if it's your first time watching. Make sure you always come back here for the games on TV. I don't do commentary for games that are not being shown on UK TV live because I'm not going to advertise the fact that it's a dodgy stream. I'm not doing that. So I'll be live again on Saturday night, Man United game, 5:30. Then the next game on the TV is Champions League, back again, probably. I don't know, possibly. If only we had Broja in the middle and Sterling and Pulisic either side, would have been good to watch. Yeah, I mean, that's a good shout, Messi, to be fair, mate. Good shout. Roy up front, Sterling and Pulisic either side. Daniel, some referee officials need to be sacked and VAR work well in the Champions League, not the Premier League. I think the problem that we've got is that you've got situations where it's clear and obvious, and you just want them to say to the referee, I think you've missed that, go and have a look. Anyway, higher up, Julian, apologies, I missed your comment. What do you think we need to strengthen our squad in terms of transfers? I think long-term, another striker. I think we need a midfielder that's a creative midfielder. That's somebody that can open the door like Fabregas used to do. And someone to cover Reece James on the right-hand side. Chris says we need Bellingham. I think, to be fair, Bellingham, you're looking at 100 million or so this January or the summer. And then think who else is going to be in for him. You're going to have Man City in for him. Will he go to Man City and link up with Erling Haaland, his mate? Possibly. So, there'll be a battle for his signature with a whole host of clubs, you have to say. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Sell Kai to get him. Big call. Sell Kai Havertz. Havertz will find his role. The thing is, if you think about these players that are struggling for form or struggling to be involved, what the problem is if you find yourself not playing well or you're not in the starting 11, and when you come on, you want to impress the manager, you want to make a bit of a statement and do something of note. And so, if anything, Havertz probably feels as though he's not playing the way he can and not being as good as he has been. So he's putting pressure on himself. So he's overthinking situations. Whereas before, when you play with no drama and you've got nothing going on in your head, you play free, you rely on your instinct to play football. No matter what standard you are, if you play football over the park with your mates, if you're enjoying it, you play free and just play your instinctive football. So 4 times today, he's collected the ball and he's on the right-hand side of centre with his back to goal. And rather than collect it with his left foot and go out on that left-hand side, he stops and comes back into the middle of midfield where it's so condensed and busy. And 4 times he turned back inside and had the ball taken off him. Lost it. Anyway, Daniel says, I hope we get a backup right wing back because I've got enough seeing Ruben at right wing back. Okay, fair play. Solo B, how are you? Says, just sell Kai Havertz next season. Just give him a bit of a chance, eh? Woodshed, can we talk about Todd Bowley? His embarrassing need to link us to each player in the world who gets a headline after a half-decent game. I think you've done it all, mate. I think you said everything, Woodshedder. Fair play, fair play. 153 likes. Thank you very much, people. Really appreciate it. Messi, but to be fair, I want to see Ivan Toney in blue. I think we did well to keep him quiet with Kepa making some good saves. We did, yeah. We did do well keeping quiet. He did have a couple of chances and Kepa done well, didn't he? So, but yeah, I mean, like I say, it's one of those games where you go to Brentford and you've got to match their effort. Defensively, they're always going to be sound. They're always going to be organised. They're going to look to hit you on set pieces, long throws, corners. And I think we dealt with them quite well, the set pieces today. I thought we really did. So, it's just, as I say, we're great going forward. We're great up to the final third. And then when we play up against teams that sit with a low block and they sit on the edge of their box with 5 or 6 across the back line, we just struggle. But the problem that you've got, I guess, playing that way is don't push players up. Right, push up against their defensive line on the edge of the box. Play them off. Drop off a little bit deeper. Make them come out to you. So if someone steps out, they step out of the space they're in their line. Space opens up. And if someone can then be alive to run in behind that space they've just left, it causes problems. But it's all right, well and good saying about it now, thinking about it and talking about it now after the game. But in the game when it happens, you just be alive to it. Samuel says Havertz was so poor. Steve, how you doing, mate? He says Brentford well organised and hard to break down. Please for Kepa to get another clean sheet, as it was a problem for him in the past, which is a great shout. Does his confidence good, and the defence's trust in him. What a story Kepa is, though, isn't he? Think about it. Signed as a record goalkeeper signing. Did okay, then had a bit of a wobble and struggled. Then was in and out the team. And then you think about it, under different managers, just Mendy come in, number 2, Kepa. Must be really hard for him. Can't get a run. Play some cup games. And then Mendy has a wobble. And Kepa's there to just literally step up and take his chance and just patiently take it. Work hard. No grumbles in the press. Don't need nothing from Kepa slagging us off or slagging managers off or I should be playing. And he's taking his chance with open arms and fair play to the bloke. I think he's doing brilliantly well, Kepa. And he's full of confidence. And he'll probably play himself into the Spanish squad for the World Cup the way he's playing. Good for him. Anthony says, what the hell was Potter doing? The Chelsea game was like watching paint dry. Absolutely rubbish. But Anthony, you have to look at how the opposition played and defended, how deep they played, how defensively they played, and the number of players in front of their defensive, in front of their penalty box. It's hard to break down, but we do have to be quicker. And when we did get in behind in the channels, we weren't good enough with the final ball. Chalobah's performance will surely go under the radar today because he didn't win the game, but he was simply amazing. Cleaned up Koulibaly's mistakes and made so many clearances. He did, Samuel. I agree with you. 100%. Chalobah was outstanding. Daniel, why City need Bellingham for they've got Calvin Phillips so they don't ever use him at City? Because he's injured. He's on operation, isn't he? Matt P, how you doing, mate? Missed the entire game. All the best. Well, he didn't miss a lot. But the unbeaten run keeps going. Another clean sheet for Kepa. And he made some 2 good saves again. Fair play to him. We huffed and puffed. Has some half chances. Final pass or we got a bit greedy and shot from stupid angles. But apart from that, that was about it. Didn't miss a lot, Matt, to be honest. Did not miss a lot. So Messi says, with Kai, I think he plays better when he plays with the ball first time. I think he wants to take 3 or 4 touches with the defenders, get closer. I think playing more with Carney would do him good. You've got the same problem as me with some of these names, Messi, I have to say. Louis, how are you, mate? I hope we're better next week in Salzburg. I think we will be. We owe them. Daniel says he hopes that Spurs United will be a draw. I don't. I want United to beat Spurs, and then we beat United. More upper body strength, willing to run at players will be good for Kai. So it's still 1-0 United. Statistics. 24 shots, 7 on target for Man United. 7 corners. To Tottenham, 7 shots, 1 on target, 1 corner. 52% possession for United. 24 shots United compared to 7 from Spurs. Wow. Anyway, it's still 1-0 at the minute. So we'll take that because that brings Tottenham closer to us. We nick a point on them. And then United are a point behind us, but we beat them, we go to 4 in front. So come on. Anyway, come and post your comments, people. Keep going. Keep smashing the like button. Keep posting up. Another 20 minutes or so. Pub's open. Make sure, subscribers, you also check out the videos on my channel that recorded yesterday that come out. One come out at midnight, one come out at 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. 2-0 United. "2-0 Man U." Wow. Yes, it is a new fridge, Matt P. My little mini fridge has gone inside the house because that's what we have, the little miniature Cokes and stuff like that. And my little boy loves doing inventory, so he gets hold of it and he sort of organises it, takes it all out and puts it all back in. But this one holds 4 pint cans, 8 little ones. Sub-cold, I think it's all right. Little mini one. It's all good. Bruno Fernandes has scored for United. 2-0 against Tottenham. Tottenham are being all Spursy. Let's hope that Arsenal turn into being a bit Spursy as well, eh? So Terry says, yeah, I forgot about Calvin Phillips. Ooh, what was the statistics in this one? Who? Bruno. There's one player I can't stand. Old Teeth Fernandes. Honestly. I mean, my subscribers that watch my live commentaries and have done for a while will know that I can't stand Jack Grealish. The diving Jack Grealish. I can't stand the moaning Teeth Fernandes at Arsenal, at Man United. Oh, honestly. Samuel, where was Chile tonight? Not even on the bench. Sterling's our goal threat and you play him at left wing back. Make no sense. Those last 2 performances make me nervous going into Saturday's game. Samuel, keep the faith even. He was rested. Don't forget, he had a nasty injury, Chilwell. So we need to make sure that we manage him. That's what they're doing. Play him a game against Villa. Rest him midweek. The games are coming thick and fast, don't forget. 9 games this month. So you've got to manage the players. Jabiru Joe, 4 beers only enough for the first half. Do you restock at half time? I do. Yeah. No mucking about over here. No mucking about whatsoever. Spurs will be big bottles job this season and Kante will be gone. Daniel? How you doing, Daniel? You seem a little bit negative. Just asking. Samuel, why did Cucurella come off then? Sterling is pretty useless at left wing back. I think the plan was that they knew that Brentford was sitting back defensively, so they thought they can get Sterling in the left, out on that left-hand side, pushed further forward. That was the thinking of it. I think that's why it was. But Cucurella did all right, but I think Cucurella realises that he's second fiddle, even though Chilwell was out, and he started off well, Cucurella. But Chilwell's the main man on that left-hand side. Messi, be fair going back to it. I think I'm right. You're right regarding Kovacic. He's so underrated like a Johnson. I'll put Tondre, Flo and Mark Hughes in that bracket as well. Yeah, exactly. Kova's a great player. Control it. Play when he's on. Kovacic, yeah. I've said that in my match commentary that I think that Kovacic is so underrated. We've spoken it in detail on here when we have a little bit of a retro session about your favourite Chelsea players from back in the day and players that you felt never got the recognition really because they were probably outshone by players they were playing with. So, for example, Torre Andre Flo is outstanding, as we all know. £330,000 signing. But he was probably in a team where other people sort of got the plaudits, the Zolas of this world and people like that. So, and then you think about the Good Johnson period. You had Hasselbank first. Then you had the likes of, what's his face, Mutu turned up. Then you had the Drogba. So, outstanding Good Johnson. But Kovacic is up there for someone that was bit part for Real Madrid, that come to us on a loan and sort of struggled initially. When he got to the end of that season on loan where he joined us, he was outstanding, Kovacic. We saw glimpses of what he can do. And he loves it at Chelsea. You just tell he loves it at Chelsea. He's given the freedom to go and play his football. And he's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Kovacic. Just wish he scored more. What should I know? 2-0 United. Tottenham have been all Spursy. We just got to hope that Arsenal are Spursy as well, though, eh? This season. Hopefully they will be. Yes, so Kepa confirmed as the man of the match. But I think Chalobah was good. I think it's between those two, to be fair. So, come on, Chelsea fans. Come and say hello in chat. Smash the like button for me. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Also, make sure you check out the videos on my channel. I released some short videos, a little YouTube shorts the other day. And there's 2 brand new 5-minute news videos that were posted up midnight and also at 6 a.m. this morning. So you haven't seen them yet. Make sure you check them out for me. It'd be much appreciated. 23,000 subscribers I've got. And probably hardly any. Terry, thank you, mate. Get back on that bike, mate. I appreciate it. But take care of yourself, mate. Broja was all right. Broja was struggled in the beginning to hold the ball up, Matt, to be fair. But the last sort of 15 minutes of that half, what happened was that Chelsea sort of latched onto the fact that Ben Mee was up against Broja, who's far quicker than he is, and launched one of the top 2 or 3 times. He had the beat of him. And he just 1 or 2 touches too many, or just sort of hesitated a bit. But he was busy, Broja, and he grew into the game into the first half, and they were worried about him, so they were dropping off him. But he was busy, that was the main thing. But there was a point made it on the chat earlier, Matt, about Havertz, who was struggling to get into the game. I would maybe taken off Havertz, kept Broja on the pitch. Silly, would you consider doing match commentaries during the World Cup? Could bring you lots of views. Match commentaries? What, all World Cup games, or a few World Cup games, or just England and people like that? Thing is, I give up with all England and all that sort of stuff, and I don't really bother with all that. But I could do. The only problem is, my channel is Chelsea, so and all this sort of stuff I ain't going to take down for the World Cup. My little boy's first Chelsea shirt. Obviously this season's shirt. The Champions League winning shirt against Man City from Porto. And the picture. Champions League winning shirt from Munich. And the picture. Dream scene up there. I've got the picture, the signed photograph of Mourinho, John Terry and Lampard over there. And of course all the shirts I showed you guys the other day. Woodshire, selected matches, England games, semi-finals onwards. I could, maybe. England games, maybe. And then selected matches and semi-finals and final, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, based on how people normally feel about Chelsea fans, probably think some jumped up twat on the YouTube channel, but you never know. The main goal for me is to get actual Chelsea fans from YouTube watching the commentary, subscribing to the channel and getting involved. Let's have a look here then. Let's bring my channel up as it is. So, 23,088 subscribers. So I posted my 5-minute news videos last night. 23,088 subscribers. And one of my videos had 1,000 views on it. And one of us had 1.6 thousand. How's that work? Anyway. Matt Chels, how you doing, mate? What sort of position did Carney take up? He took up the number 10 role on the left-hand side of the number 10s, playing in behind the striker. And he did well. Glad Chilwell got a rest for the weekend as well. Don't need to lose him and Reece again. But no, he did well. Matt Chelsea did well. Carney, Chuck. That's the one. I say that after a couple of beers. Most of you watching them anyway. Main subscribers in the chat will be nice. Yeah, exactly. Main subscribers, yeah. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so I'm trying to build it back up again, the channel. Trying to keep it going and trying to get a real push here. The dream is to go full time on here doing this with videos and match commentaries and this sort of stuff, and got a lot of content out there, but I need the following, and obviously you need money for that. Say to my work, sorry, but I resign. I'm going full time on YouTube. Long time away off. I mean, it's just a pipe dream, to be fair. I love doing all this. I love doing the commentary. I love talking to you guys on these streams and just answering your questions and just chatting away. The StreamYard thing, I might have to come back to that. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. So we've got 8 minutes to go. Come and say hello in the chat. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Jamura Joe, you're right. He had a decent game, Jorginho did. Have a decent game. Mezzy, do the England games. We can all get pissed and depressed together. Imagine it. Christ alive. Imagine it. See, the issue I've got with England and with Gareth Southgate is you want a manager you want to be playing for a manager that inspires you. Now, I'm sure there's players that feel inspired by Southgate. I'm sure they do. But for me, it comes down to listening to people. So for example, on TV, pundits on TV. So I refuse to listen to some of the pundits when I look at what they've achieved in the game of football and they've won nothing. Yeah, they played full-time football for 10, 15 years, but what did you actually win? What experience have you got of being successful and winning the big trophies? So you know what I'm talking about. It's on TV. They've won nothing. So when it comes to listening to people like Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, who've won the big trophies, I listen to them because they know what they're talking about. You know, McManaman's all right to a point, but because they know what they're talking about, because of their record, because of the experience of winning things. So the problem that I've got is Gareth Southgate. What did he achieve in the game of football? What did he win? Was it a League Cup? Gareth Southgate, the thing that he's remembered for the most is missing the penalty in the Euros. And then the Pizza Hut advert that followed afterwards with a bag on his head in Pizza Hut, if you remember. So it just doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, Matt P, how you doing, mate? The goaltending situation is getting spicy with Kepa's performance of late. What's your feeling of how it will play out? I think Kepa stays in. I think Kepa's earned the right and has proven himself to the manager. But you're Graham Potter. You come in and go, right, clean slate. Mendy had a bit of a wobble before that period of time. Had a bit of an injury. Kepa's come in as, you know, there's your chance. Take it. And my word, has he taken it? Potter's probably sitting there thinking, my God, what a goalkeeper. You know, the supposed backup is outstanding. Keep him playing. So fair play to Kepa. Let's see how Mendy deals with it now when the shoe's on the other foot. Matt Chels, how you doing, mate? Nice one, mate. Glad he's got some good minutes. Hope all's good. It is all good, mate. Thank you very much. All well. All good. So, United still winning 2-0 against Tottenham. So I'm back here on Saturday night. So the stream will start at 5:15, 5:30 kickoff. Chelsea against United. And old T. Fernandez. And hopefully we can beat them and extend the gap on them. So they're 1 point behind us now. Tottenham come closer, 3 points behind us. We've still got a game in hand on them. And hopefully, we can get a right performance and the right result. Because Man United won't play that defensive because they can't. They haven't got the capability to do that. Anyway, Broja, despite the clean sheets, I still feel the defence is looking shaky. It keeps changing. And he's changing it because of the games we're playing. Because he has to. Because this season is just not like any other season because the World Cup's in bloody November. So, Thiago Silva, for example, rested. Completely rested. He gets a whole week to recover from Villa on Sunday. Has the whole week just to take it easy, do his recovery, back into training, and build up to play Man United on the Saturday. And I think it's great man management. Chilwell's rested. Silva's rested. They'll both start against Man United. You know, other players that are rested, Sterling, Aubameyang, they'll both start against United. So I think it's good man management. So when push comes to shove after the World Cup, we start building towards the end of the season, and obviously we're hoping that players come back without being injured. Graham Potter will probably start more often than not with his best 11. You're going to see his best 11. So let's see. Let's see where that's going to be. And if you can keep the same back three and a goalkeeper, that unit, then hopefully it gets better. And Woodshire just backs that point up. Potter's done a great job in keeping a somewhat resolute defence despite tinkering every week. He's the new Ranieri, isn't he? The old tinker man. But he's got to be because it's stupid. There's 9 games this month, I think. So what's your take on Graham Potter? What do you think of him so far? He had a start where he come in, and it was like stop-start, then wait for the Nations League to finish, and then because the Queen passed away, R.I.P. the Queen, games were cancelled. Had to wait longer. So he didn't have that whole time to work with all the players because they were away. And then when they come back, and I think he's done really well to steady the ship, Graham Potter, and instill confidence in the players. And they're playing for him. They're playing with smiles on their faces. They're looking motivated, looking positive. I think fair play to the bloke. I think he's done really well. Really well. Let me know what you think about Potter. And what do you think the team will be on Saturday against Man United? Let me know in the comments section. So I'm taking the scoreboard off. It's gone. Look at that. Look. Matt Chels says, do you think signing Rice next summer is a given, especially with the Kante and Jorginho situations, Casido as well? I think I sort of said this earlier, Matt. I'm not sure if you was on, but the whole Kante thing, I've mentioned it on my news videos, which I hope you've watched. All my subscribers, I hope you watch my channel, my videos. Please do. Anyway, the Kante thing, before the announcement yesterday, I was at the point where we got to cut our ties because he's injury prone now. You know, he only plays 30% of the games. And I hate feeling like that because what he gives you when he's fit, nobody else can be the same, is the same player. His influence, his aura, everything's about him on that pitch is just outstanding, world class. And I was sort of torn, but thinking we need to cut our ties and go again with somebody else. But it's all good, mate. Matt, it's all good, mate. No problem. So, if he has this surgery on his hamstring and it solves the ongoing problems he's had over the last few seasons, and after being out for 4 months can come back and get back in and get fit and play consistently between that period of time and the end of the season and impress the manager, not get injured, then I think Chelsea will probably offer him a new contract as long as he proves his fitness. Because an N'Golo Kante fit is better than Declan Rice. So, and I think that contract will be given to him. But as for Jorginho, he's asking for more money. He's not going to get it. So, I will still go for Declan Rice in the summer because I think long term he's the target. Casido at Brighton's done well. I agree. But Like I keep saying, so today might have been an opportunity for Dennis Zakaria to start. But again, I wonder if I don't follow his Instagram, but if I was him, imagine his Instagram, he'd like that postcards from the Brentford Stadium. Look at this stadium, there's a game going on over there, by the way, but have a look at this lovely stand over there. Bless him. Postcard from Villa Park. He doesn't get on, does he? So they're talking about that Zakaria might actually go back to Juve in January because something needs to happen. So if you thought Sal Niguez last year, his situation was bad. Zakaria's is even worse. Poor bloke, honestly. My word. Postcard from Zakaria. I wasn't going to come on, so I popped to Tesco's. Here you go. Real, isn't it? Woodshedder, I miss TT's press conferences. Otherwise, Potter's done well. I'm concerned that Todd B will force players on him. Yeah, I hope it doesn't turn out that way, Woodshedder. I agree with you 100%. I really, really hope that he's not one of his owners that says, right, I want this player and I want you to play him. I hate that. Matt P, unfortunately, moving on from Kante is the right move. It's a shame, but the injuries are getting too much. But again, if he does have his surgery to solve the problem and it can be proven that it's solved, then we stick with him. I think you got to. Jabiru Joe says the LA Dodgers got knocked out of the World Series, so maybe the purse strings will tighten in the transfer market. The World Series, Jabiru Joe, who else in the world takes part in that series? From the world. Honestly. It's like the Super Bowl. When they win the Super Bowl, they call them world champions. Well, who else plays? Can we have a go and join in around the world? Because you only play it in America. You can't call yourself world champions. Simple. Honestly. Carlos Medina, how are you, mate? Havertz needs to go for sure. It wasn't so long ago where Havertz was outstanding, performing well for us, scoring goals. He just can't find his way at the moment. Phantom, how are you? Potter's over at Chelsea do seem to have player mentality in the dressing room. If he upsets him, he's out. We will beat United 2-0. So Phantom, are you saying that you think the Potters inherited a dressing room where player power exists? God forbid. Deary mate. Anyway, come and have your chat. We'll keep the chat going a little bit longer. I said we'll finish at 10, but it's 5 past. We'll keep going. Half hour. Still 2-0 United against Tottenham. Matt, Paul, Dennis Zakaria. Yeah, I know Kante approves pretty, so I'm happy with Potter though, yeah. Studied the ship and that. He did. He has studied the ship big time. Old Graham Harry Potter, bless him. But I like the fact he's understated as well, isn't he, Potter? There's no airs or graces. There's no, he just does his press conferences like Tuchel, really. I know, like Woodshed, you mentioned about his press conferences, but you've got to be impressed with Potter's press conferences as well. He just says it how it is. Omar, how are you? We need to shoot from outside the box more and cross more as well instead of sideways passes. Yeah, we do. The problem is, though, you've got nobody in the box. Or people just sort of drift off the attacking line, try and get involved with the play. But yeah, I do agree with you. Shoot for more from outside the box. Have a pot from 20, 25 yards, 30 yards, exactly. But when you're playing against a team that sets up so defensively with 8 players, 5 across their penalty box, outside the penalty box, 3 in front, it's very difficult to play against and find a space. Jabiru Joe is named after the sponsor of the first championship series, which was the News of the World newspaper. Oh, okay. So News of the World series. I've been to a couple of baseball games. Training camp in Florida I went to. Tell you a true story. So in Florida, where they have the old training camp in Port Charlotte, been there a few times. Watched a few of the games. The games go on forever. After about an hour, sitting in the stand, 5,000 seat stadium, big stadium, and then you've got the grass version. It all goes around this side. And you've got a Philly cheesesteak bar and you've got a Hooters bar on the side. I was like, I need a drink. Walked up there, had a pint, got my Philly cheesesteak, another pint, sat there in the sun watching the game. Burnt as a crisp. I got absolutely burnt. Oman needs to beat United to feel comfortable staying in the top 4. It's a long way to go yet. This is a much, much different season than anything else you can ever imagine because of the ridiculous World Cup in November. So, how can you have a season? Who on earth? UEFA got a lot to answer for. FIFA. Honestly, guess what? We're going to give, we'll take our bungs and give you the World Cup. Let's take it in November. Let's stop every season there is just to go, hold on, got to play a World Cup now to make as much money as we can from it. And then go, right, after the elation, jubilation, the desolation, depression from teams that don't do well enough in the World Cup, to then come back to their teams and go, right, let's go again. Honestly. And all those players that don't go to the World Cup have got to sit there training now for a month. All these behind closed doors games are going to start, but it's not proper match environment. It's not what we're used to. It's whoever honestly, people that make these decisions are shocking. I've got to say this as well. So, I can't stand the bin dippers. Liverpool. Can't stand them. Liverpool. It stems back from Champions League. All the seasons, every year we seem to get them in the Champions League. Old Rafa, the old waiter, claiming that all the Chelsea fans are plastic. Then he comes and manages us and wants his support. He can screw it. I booed him when he was there, by the way. First day, turned up. I stood in the stand and booed him. Anyway, can't stand Liverpool. Can't stand them. This divine right. They feel like they've got to win things. Can't stand them. But I will say this. Talking about UEFA and all that, I watched there's a documentary in the UK, Panorama, and it looked at last season's Champions League final between Real Madrid and Liverpool, and it looked at over 2,000 hours of video footage recorded by fans, different people. And I will say this, the way that Liverpool fans were treated in Paris is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And the French authorities out there and UEFA, the president of UEFA, shocking on you. Shame on you. Absolute shame on you. People would have been crushed, but because Liverpool fans and what happened to them with Hillsborough, they all sort of tried to organise themselves not to just to stand still, don't panic, don't crush each other, because more and more fans were being pigeonholed into an area, and it just ended up being 3,000 fans never got in that paid for their tickets that travelled to the Champions League final and stood outside for 3 hours in the heat with no water, no toilets. Battery hens. What their supporters have been through and what they had to go through again in Paris was disgusting. UEFA, shocking. So UEFA, FIFA, these decisions that are being made, honestly, the World Cup, what a joke that is in November. Anyway, I digress. Man United have beaten Liverpool. Tottenham. Liverpool. Tottenham. United have beaten Tottenham. 2-0. Finished. So, that confirms that Chelsea are 4th on 20 points. Tottenham are in front of us on 23, but played a game more. They got a much better goal against us by 5 goals. Man City, same game as us now. They've on 23 points as well. Arsenal have got the same level same games as us. They're 4 points clear. So Arsenal 7 points clear of us, top of the table. Man United are now same games as us, 10, and they're a point behind us. So we beat them on Saturday. We go 4 points clear of them, and we hopefully close the gap on Tottenham, and we still got a game in hands on them. Omar, I really, really appreciate it, mate. You say that Sterling shouldn't be played as a wing-back ever again. I think the idea was that Brentford was sitting so deep that he'd always be in their final third, in their half, in the attacking third, and he hasn't got to worry about defending. He had to for about 5 minutes, but Sterling was playing much further forward, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. So, 4 more likes for 175. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Smash it for me. Come and say hello in chat. So, it turns out our draw, we gained a point on Tottenham. Positive, see? Clean sheet. Kepa, outstanding. Chalobah, outstanding. Growing into the role again. Outstanding. What are my expectations for this season, says Omar? My expectations are to finish top 4 and have a good run in the competitions we're in. Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup. As normal. Graham Potter, don't forget. So, Graham Potter's taken over the Chelsea squad. And it's not his players. It's not players that he wanted to sign. It's players he's inherited. So he's going to have a couple of windows, at least 2 or 3 maybe, to mould the squad, the whole squad, into what he wants to work with. So let's give him top 4 this season. And let's go again next year and see what happens. So he'll have January. He'll have next summer. Or maybe the January after that. As long as what Woodshed has said as well about Todd Bowley, not saying I want him and all this sort of stuff and getting beyond his position. Because why can't we have a manager that asks for players and the owners go out and buy the players he's asked for? That's all you want. You want a manager to have an input into the players that he wants and tries to sign the players that he wants. Omar, I think they're both good players. I think they're both really good players. And I think Chelsea, there's definitely interest in there on both. But they're going to have to be mega money. And we won't be the only ones after them. So we have to wait and see. But we've got the same problem now we had when Abramovich first turned up. As soon as Chelsea are interested in a player, thank you very much, 176 likes. Really appreciate it. When Roman Abramovich first turned up at Chelsea and spent the money, then what happened was, all these clubs where we said, look, we're interested in your player, price went up, doubled. We've been the same again because Bowley's here with his money. Well, the consortium's money. Do you think Silva will be here next season? Yes, I do. I think his wife on social media has or done an interview recently and said they've got no intention of moving it anywhere at all. Thiago Silva, if you can manage him, he's still fit as a fiddle. He's still an outstanding player, one of the best in the league in his position. Forget your Dick Van Dijk bollocks. Silva is the man. Anyway, anybody else in chat? Come and say hello. Come and get involved. I might just stay on for 2 more minutes, to be fair. I need to go back indoors. Got to be up for work early in the morning. I work full time, believe it or not. I'd love to do this for a living. So support the channel as much as you can. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Memberships £1 a month. Be a member. Matt, Chelsea players heads all over the place. Stop having to restart the World Cup. I reckon just help my lads come back and injure. Exactly. It's a nightmare situation, the World Cup. Being at this time of year is just ridiculous, honestly. I think the players get injured now because they're playing a lot of football. Big injuries. Look at Jota. Look at Reece James. Look at Kante. You know, they've got to go and play an intense situation in the heat in Qatar, play the World Cup. As they get to the latter stages, playing real intense games of football, to come back and carry on in the Premier League. It's just stupid. Stupid. To expect injuries, let's just say that. But it's not ideal at all, is it? James got 8 weeks out, hasn't he? Got to take it easy with his knee ligament damage. Got to take it easy. So, I tell you what, guys, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop the stream there. I appreciate every single one of you for getting involved, for smashing the like button, for joining the chat, all the regulars, all subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It wasn't the ideal result tonight. 3 points would be what we all want, but it's a clean sheet. We gained a point on Tottenham. There are positives. So, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Thanks for your support as always. Make sure you check out the videos on my channel. The 5-minute news videos that were recorded yesterday. I really appreciate it. And all I say is thank you so much for all of your support. Take care of yourselves. And if I don't see you before it, I'm back here Saturday, Chelsea United live match commentary. I'll see you guys next time.